Hello, everybody.
This hand,
Hello.
right?
God damn it, Reese.
What an opening.
This bit goes on YouTube too. That's sad.
I've just ruined the monetization for this video.
Blah.
What a piece of shit.
I'm gonna have to cut that bit out. Welcome to our 10th stream for the Watch, our RLPD
digits,
campaign.
baby.
Double digits, let's go.
Baby.
Crazy stuff. I'm Kye, will be a humble DM for today. To my left is my wonderful group of players, mostly. One of them not so much. I won't tell you who. We've got Beck, Lachlan, Reese, and Chris joining us as
you would
always.
Just be rude to Chris like that.
I know. I thought we were friends, Kai.
Look, not naming any names.
It's me. Come on, guys. We know it's me already.
Fix the
Don't worry
lights.
about
It took. I don't know why they were broken. They were just doing that thing they do with it. Get broken. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yep.
It's what they do.
You know, I was gonna get everyone to clap again, so I can sync the audio
already
later,
did it.
but it doesn't matter. Nothing works.
It's
I don't
gonna
know
happen regardless.
I don't know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is, which is that we've all got Australian internet connections, and so your video drops frames while I'm capturing it, and then it plays catch up with itself, but the audio that you're recording doesn't stutter at the same rate. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
The most
Yeah, but
recent.
that's especially true for me because I'm actually with Aussie broadband. So not only do I have Aussie internet, I have Aussie internet.
Literally Aussie internet.
Just doubling down on the Aussie.
Yeah.
You
Look,
have
the
Aussie
issues.
TM internet.
The
Yeah.
the ISP issues that I have had lately. I don't even want to talk about internet.
Do you want to say who your ISP is?
Yeah, fuck Optus. They've been jerks to me lately. Fuck it, we won't get an Optus sponsorship anyway.
They'll cut you off mid-stream.
Yeah, if the internet goes out now, you know why.
Yeah, you're being watched.
Actually, it's really funny, Kai, because the thing that you complained to our chat about got mentioned to me at work in like one of the work chats that I have.
Oh,
And
really?
they're like, hey guys, make sure your customers, when they say they're with Optus, are checking their T's and C's and their minimum spends because Optus is being sneaky. And
Yep.
I nearly sent back going, yeah, my friend got done.
Almost.
Almost.
It cost
You're
an
too
hour of my
smart.
time, but I undone the doing that they did.
Ugh,
Anyway,
ISPs, man.
what I was going to say is the most recent episode that has hit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nerds of the West, is session 8, because I'm a week behind and I'm trying really hard to catch up. But episode 8 took so long to edit because that's the episode where my internet dropped out right at the very end when I said, cool, that's it for the session. Let's jump across to the next one. I'm a bit quiet again. I knew it. I asked you guys before we started if I was quiet, and you said
Hi.
no.
No, I will not be blamed for this. You sound fine to us in Discord. We cannot hear you stream.
You know what? The reason why he sounds fine to me in Discord is because I had to bump his audio up yesterday. So it's already
He's too
bumped
quiet.
up.
Hey, thanks for the fucking
No,
heads up
I
yesterday, Reese.
I will not take responsibility for this. He's at 100% for me in Discord. So, nah.
That's
I
incredible.
knew it. I was looking at my waveforms and I was like, guys, I feel a bit quiet. Am I a bit quiet? Everyone says, nah, you're fine. Don't worry. Reese neglecting to mention that he's got me at 300%.
Joke's
Honestly,
on you.
you
if we only
sound
go to
you sound
200.
fine. So
You do
I mean,
sound
on our
fine
end,
to us,
but hey,
yeah.
we're not listening through the stream. So
All right, guys. How's that? Is that any better? Thank
I
you,
got Kai at
Sean,
200%
for
as
calling
well.
me out.
Is
Is that better? I'm just going to talk at a normal volume again instead of shouting, even though you got me riled up already.
I've got to turn you down now. You
Hope you
two.
guys enjoy
that's
Hope
it.
you
The
guys
rats come, they
enjoy-
kill you.
fighting rats because there's going to be a
Every
lot
rat.
of rats.
They all go
Yeah,
for
for
Adrian.
whatever reason, like this duplication spell comes out of nowhere and all the rats just get doubled.
Andrew Tate rat comes out.
Let's,
This-
I'm vetoing that. Goodbye.
Bald douchebag rat. Alright, that's as up as I can go. And I'm probably now
Yes,
clipping.
it-
Oh, my ear holes.
And,
cut.
Clipping in my ears now.
I'm probably having the
actually.
exact
Oh,
opposite
it's so
issue.
loud.
It's fine. I'm just finagling it.
Jesus, Kai.
I don't care about what you guys can hear. I care about what chat can hear and what's being captured physically when I talk. I don't want to be quiet. I don't want to
Captured
be.
my heart.
I don't want to be clicking. All right.
Right, we all good.
There we go. Alright.
Hopefully that's good. Let me know if you guys disagree. What I'll also do is turn everyone else down just a fraction, so that you can just turn the whole stream up a little bit. So that I'm
Sean's
up
just
on
like,
mine.
oh, it's really quiet on my end. Oh,
Sean's got his TV muted.
He's just
Got
like,
his
a
volume
little bit
up.
more salt. A little bit more salt. Too much. Take it back.
get it out of here. Get it out of here.
So speaking of the never-ending audio issue, I don't know how Tom specializes in audio. It drives me up the fucking wall.
Bro, audio is magic. That is.
It is. Tom's got to do it because no one else will. That's why.
dark.
It's good his eyes don't work, so he has to use his ears.
It's like Daredevil.
This is what I'm saying. You don't need light for sound to work, and Tom's completely blind.
Does Tom see via sonar?
Yes. He's actually Matt Murdock, and he just has a clicker going off all the time.
I was editing
We're
that,
so
that
nasty
stream where my
to
internet
Tom.
dropped out right as we were ending the session, and jumping back to this like chatting screen. And then we panicked and didn't realize what was going on for a few minutes. So there's no video to match up with the audio. So I had to create like a technical difficulties screen, which I'm surprised it took this long to need, but there we go. And then Beck came in clutch and went live with a Discord chat where we were all trying to recap on what would happen. We pretty much lost all the viewers at that point because they thought I'd just ended the stream on them, which is fair enough. But we came back and had a bit of a debrief and closed the session down and said goodnight, and off we went. I didn't realize until I was editing it that only Beck's audio was live.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
For that 15-minute stint where we thought we'd save the stream.
Yeah.
It was just Beck talking to herself.
to myself.
Oh, damn.
But
that's
everybody was recording themselves.
Yes.
So theoretically.
So what I was doing was, because when I'm trying to synchronize the audio, I look at the waveforms and I tend to synchronize like the peaks in each person's audio with the original audio. And as I'm doing that, I'm going, what? Where is all the waveforms for the original audio? And then I realized only Beck's are there. So I listened to it by itself, and it's just Beck talking to the void.
I will admit, I did realize at some point towards the end, and I did fix it, but we had been fixed for about 10 minutes, and no one said anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's fine, we're doing fine, and I could hear everyone talking, but then the problem
Absolutely
was that I
hilarious.
had my audio muted on the wrong channel. So it wasn't my speakers that was outputting, it was my Elgato, which was outputting for my desktop.
So if you were
Anyway.
here for the disaster that was session 8, there's some exclusive audio apparently on YouTube. So go listen to what we had to say. Hi Silver Knights 11, welcome on in. Hope you are keen for some Dungeons and Dragons. I sure am. We left the constables in a swamp, getting absolutely bombarded by
Sewer.
rats. So I'm kind of
I don't
curious
remember a
about that.
swamp at all, guy.
Yeah,
We were at a 5-star hotel, kicking back
Yeah,
after
that's
defeating
right.
the Facilian fleet.
Yep.
It was a good time.
Yeah,
That's,
We
that's
we
right.
just gained 5,000 gold in a reward. I remember that.
And we leveled 30 levels. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the possibility has not passed for there to be a second jacked rat, alright?
Smash.
A jack
There
rat.
could be more jacked rats.
Smash!
If there are loads of them, would there be a jack rat pack?
a pack rat named Jack.
If they're all standing on top of each other, are they a jack rat pat stack?
They're jacked gym rat pack.
They're all jacked at the gym. So they're a fucking stacked jacked pack rat. Sorry.
Gabriel's
I'll
losing a level. I don't know how.
Just somehow.
Like we're in the middle of combat and he goes, I don't know how, I just got dumber.
Something's happened.
My
I've lost all my
intelligence.
proficiencies.
Why can't I see in the dark? Oh wait.
Low blow.
Ouch. Alright,
Low
fair
blow.
play, fair play.
Oh, you
I,
know what, Chris? I bet you these rats have dark vision.
Yeah, like I'm the only thing in the sewer that has shitty human vision.
Yeah.
It's my fault for picking a human, I guess.
What kind of
Yeah.
idiot would go into a pitch black area if they couldn't see in the dark? Come on.
I know. I should have stayed
Yeah, and not bring a
topside.
torch.
He brought a torch. A torch.
Yeah, just didn't bring any fire.
Just the one torch, actually.
Well, luckily for us, we managed to rekindle Chris's flame.
Dang.
It's true. I was actually super impressed by Reese's one turn as Hadri, where he ran over to Rosie, healed her of all of her damage, and then immediately turned around and cleaved the giant rat in half in a single swing. That was some top shelf.
Yeah.
Bro, I may be the tank, but I'm also the DPS.
You
Why
got
not
him
both?
good, man.
Paladin is the ultimate Swiss Army knife of D&D classes.
Oh, it definitely is.
I
A
do
little
like
bit
that.
of everything, yeah.
Yep.
Speaking
Little
of
bit of heal, little bit of
classes
tank.
and things, Reese, do you want to, since you are the most well versed, share the D&D news that you were sharing with us earlier with chat in case people haven't heard?
Yes. Wizards of the Coast did a Marvel-esque announcement thing today or yesterday, and I know the big takeaway from this, right? The big thing that's happening with Dungeons and Dragons is Drizzt Do'Urden is turning 35 years old. It has been 35 years since the first book featuring Drizzt Do'Urden by R.A. Salvatore was released. It's the 35th anniversary, and to celebrate that, they're releasing each ebook and audiobook from the Legend of Drizzt series with a special 35th anniversary cover.
Hell
that's
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And nothing else of value was announced.
And no. So they actually announced, yeah, all joking aside, they actually announced one D&D, which is like supposed to be the next edition of Dungeons and Dragons. And their three core values that they're trying to like achieve with this, or the three things that they're trying to achieve is: one, they're updating and expanding on the existing rules of the game, culminating in the release of new rule books in 2024, improving D&D Beyond, which serves as the digital front door to D&D and is home to your collection of digital books, and building out the D&D digital play experience, which is in early development but will serve as a virtual play space that's integrated with D&D Beyond.
It's quite a lot they're announcing.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
bombshell drop.
I'm kind of curious. Tales on Tap says, welcome on in Tales on Tap. Thing I'm most looking forward to is the D&D virtual tabletop, which I'm definitely interested in because I'm not a massive fan of any particular virtual tabletop at the moment. So if it's done really well, which they don't really have any excuse not to with the resources they've got, it might be pretty good. The only thing that I'm not going to be stoked on is the fact that it's going to be obviously very much locked to D&D. You know, like, you want to play Cyberpunk? Heck no.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
it looks like what they're trying to do is capture the essence of the actual playing around the tabletop. So in the video, they stressed that they want it to look like they don't want it to look like a video game in any form. They want it to look like you're actually playing at just like a really cool detailed tabletop,
Yep.
but through your computer.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, everything plays through like it's through a tilt shift lens. And I'm like, that's cool. But like, that's also like a buzzword now, like tilt shift. Right?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm kind of worried about is it turning D&D into a subscription service. Like, I mean, look, if they're revamping D&D Beyond, hopefully it comes out for the better, because I don't like D&D Beyond at the moment. It's like, buy a digital version of the book that you already own. So you bought the book twice. Then, to share that book with the people you're playing with, like you could if I was sitting at the table with you, Reese, I could grab your book and check a stat, right? But if you've bought that book digitally on D&D Beyond, you then need to pay a subscription on top of that for me to share the book with you while we're sitting at the table together. And that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a D&D experience if we're not, you don't rock up to a D&D game and everyone has a copy of the core rulebook, right? That just doesn't make, that's silly. So, I don't know, if they somehow can just improve that overall experience, then great, I'm all for that.
Look, all I want is that they just go, if you own the book, you can access the book in D&D.
Yeah.
And that even if they were like $10 a month and that is something that you can get, then I'd be like, fuck yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Because like one of my other favorite companies, Chaosium, I really like the way they handle it, where their books often come with just a coupon so that you can download the PDF.
Yep. Yeah, which is a great way of doing it, because sometimes the PDF is just real convenient. I know piracy is obviously an issue, and you shouldn't be going and downloading books. Do not endorse. But if I own the book physically, which I've got a big shelf over there of role-playing books, I would really like to be able to just have that conveniently available as well.
Yeah, without having to buy it again.
It's
It's like PDFs aren't even the best way for it. Like, the physical book is still far more enjoyable than the PDF, but it's convenient to have the PDF there, right? Like, having both is better than having one or the other.
Absolutely.
But one is never better than the other one for different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if D&D Beyond just picked one and went and stuck with it, like, I wouldn't mind paying $10 a month to have access to, like, the 10 most important D&D books digitally for as long as I have a subscription. And it's like, hey, for $10 a month, you can play on D&D Beyond and have access to the most important books. For $15 a month, you can have access to all the books. I'd be totally fine with that, instead of it being like, pay $30 for the book, then pay $10 a month to subscribe. Like, or $15 if you want to be able to share the book with other people. I feel like it's kind of nickel and diming you. Like, pick a lane, If,
it's like any games that are like, yeah, you need to pay $70 for this game. Also, in order to play online with other people, you have to pay a subscription service.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. But speaking of books, there were a bunch of D&D book announcements, which I was more keen about. I'm not so much, like one D&D, and that's like 2024, right? We have 2 years before that's a thing. So we've got like a whole year of books coming out between then. So I believe before the end of the year, or maybe the start of next year, we will be getting a Dragonlance campaign book. So if you're not familiar, Dragonlance is one of the other settings that D&D takes place in. So, Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, others, Eberron, and it seems the Dragonlance book takes place during the War of the Lance, which I did some quick reading on. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds like a really cool setting, so I'm pretty keen to check that out. Then they also announced Keys from the Vault. Keys from the Golden Vault, which seems to be a collection of heist-based scenarios that you'll be able to run for
That sounds really cool. Like, I'm keen for that. Just like a couple of one-shots, get in, get out, risk it, do whatever. Like, I think that's really cool. I'm pretty keen for that.
Yeah. They've got Bigby presents Glory of the Giants, which appears to be a giant source book, similar to like the dragon one that they did earlier. They have a Fandelver campaign book, which takes the scenario of the Lost Mines of Fandelver and expands it out into a full campaign. They are releasing the Book of Many Things, and the description is: the book takes the deck of many things and uses it to explore new player and DM options. So I think that's probably just like, here's a book that has magical items.
I feel like here's a book that will destroy your campaign irreversibly.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Irreversibly.
Hub Power
Yeah.
Grint, welcome on in.
And the one that I'm super keen for, because it's one of my settings, one of my favorite settings in Dungeons and Dragons, is they are releasing a Planescape source book. So Planescape is a really cool setting from, I believe, the 90s. And yeah, it's a really cool, interesting D&D setting, and I'm super keen that they're
There's
releasing
quite a lot.
source book.
Quite a lot of stuff announced then.
Yeah.
I also saw, I don't think it was related to that announcement at all, but I also saw that they're doing a Lord of the Rings source book that's based on 5e or is somehow in collaboration with Wizards of the Coast. So that'd be interesting as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got rules in there for like huge army battles.
Well, there's rules for sieges and stuff, isn't there, in the 5e books, but in the advanced?
I just want to see like the Road of the Rohirrim, but the
Hell
rules
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
How do I make that happen in your campaign?
So with the reading of the Dragonlance book, so the Dragonlance, it makes it sound like it's more of a, it makes this Dragonlance setting sound more akin to Lord of the Rings, and like a lot of places are like it's also like set during a war, like an actual like war that happens in the world. So it looks really interesting from what I've read. So
Yeah, interesting to see that stuff
yeah.
make its way out. I'm definitely curious to see what this 1D&D ends up panning out to be. You know, I sound like a grumpy old man, don't like change. But at the end of the day, they can't change the books that you've got, right? If you don't like it. So
like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons still exist. You can still play that. I have the core rulebook for that, so we can, figure out how that works.
When are we
I don't
playing
have the time or the patience to figure that out.
when are we playing a 4th edition game is the real question.
Yeah.
I do also have a 4th edition core rulebook. So
Oh, no way.
yeah, no. So I've got because they released a box set, and I have the box set because I got the box set for $30. So it's the core rulebook, the DM's guide, and the monster manual for 4th edition.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like most people started on 3.5 and totally skipped 4, so
Pathfinder, baby.
I think you mean D&D 3.75.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I think I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for some rat slaying
Yes.
goodness.
I hope so.
I'm ready for attempted rat slaying.
Attempted rat.
I'm ready to slay some rats. Attempted, no ma'am. Slaying rats.
Slay.
Do or do
queen.
not. There is no try.
Yes, Rat King, slay.
Slay, Rat King.
All right.
my
Well, it was
God.
fun playing D&D with you guys. I never heard that.
Looks like my map is broken. Where's my map broken?
It's always Rat King and never Rat Queen.
It's always what the hell is a Rat King and never how the hell is Rat King.
Rat King. But why Rat King?
But why? Why Rat King? So, last session, you guys snuck your way into the burrows and returned to the Church of Gelfdarkarth for the midnight rendezvous that was proffered to Rosie specifically. But she brought you guys along because she's just all about that, spreading that Dark Arts Hammer love.
It's because I'm a narc.
I like to think we're really good friends. That's
So using your Facilian accent and or amulets of Gelf Darkhearth, and more specifically the Darkhearth's Hammer sect, you guys made your way down into the sewers, where after finding out that you wouldn't fit through the gnome entrance, with the exception of Rosie, you had to take the long way around, and after a few dead ends, have stumbled into a swarm of rats, several giant rats, and when we left last session, you had just seen emerging from the filth and the silt and the muck at the floor of the sewer a large, or medium-sized, but person-sized rat burst out from the garbage, flex his massive muscles at you, danced his pecs around a little bit, and you guys were all fearing for your lives slightly. The highlight of last session for me was Hadrig doing the 1-2 combo of heal Rosie, bisect a rat, which was pretty sick.
That's pretty good.
So you're down to one giant rat, which was facing off against Klaus. The swarm of rats, which has taken a few casualties,
But what's a few in a sea of many?
piling up against Gabriel.
The swarm is just one.
Fumbled with his torch to try and see, because his poor human eyes were ill-suited to the task of this pitch black sewer. And Rosie now fully healed, getting ready to get back into the fight.
I'm alive!
Just the one swarm, actually.
One single swarm of 1 million rats.
Oh no. Terrible.
Drowning in the drain, yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, we kick off this timer down here when we jump back into our sessions, and that's just a little focused gameplay timer. We're not going to be responding to you guys verbally in chat, but please feel free to ask questions, interact, everything else, and we'll all be typing away in there when we get a chance. But we just avoid speaking out loud to chat so that we can keep things streamlined and keep focused and tell you guys a more focused story for that period of time. So with that said, we will be back shortly to chat with you guys, but please enjoy the beginning of session 10, RLPD.
Yay!
The rat,
Hell yeah.
jacked up, looking like he's been eating nothing but protein for the last few years, bursts out of the filth, and as he does, he hisses in a voice that I believe Rosie... Actually, no, I tell a lie. A few of you speak Gnomish, don't you? Klaus, you speak
Yes.
Gnomish?
I believe I do.
Or is it Hadrian? Or is it both of you?
I speak Gnomish.
Okay.
What a bombshell.
What
you shut up.
secrets do you have?
Chris, do you speak Gnomish?
I'm actually
I
just
do
a
not.
jacked gnome.
So you don't speak Gnomish. What the fuck?
So, in that case, Gabriel's the only one that doesn't recognize that as this rat, this humanoid rat, hisses in sort of a bastardization of Gnomish. Intruders! Take them out!
I say back in Gnomish. We're gonna try some charisma here, I think. I yell back in Gnomish. Stop. We mean you guys no harm.
Yeah, good luck.
Stop.
Good luck with
I
that.
don't like that.
Hadrig just looks down at the fucking rat. At his
The
feet.
rat that's in 2 pieces.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no harm.
Alright, Rosie, go ahead. Are you trying to diplomacy your way?
Yeah, let's diplom.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get my character sheet. Also, I'm guessing by diplomacy you mean persuasion.
Persuasion, yes. Sorry. Pathfinder brain.
Diplomacy. No, if
Do what I mean, not what I say.
I... 16.
Hey.
16.
Stop hitting on that rat, please.
It's not a bad roll. So what is it you said? Sorry, we mean you no harm.
Besides you having already attacked us.
You hear the rat hiss back. We guard these tunnels. Ignore her. Take them out.
Oh, Willow Red.
And we'll jump to your turn, Rosie, so you can choose what you want to do.
Well,
It's murder. No.
Kill the rats.
Yeah, just ask him again politely.
They guard these tunnels.
You didn't say please.
We did
Yeah.
not play.
That was
safely.
your mistake.
All right, I run over here to along there.
Sure. So
And-
you are on the northern sort of raised
Yeah.
footpath of the sewer, and you're scooting past Gabriel, who is currently trying to hold back the tide of
Yeah.
rats.
That he can't see.
He can only see He's got his torch now, so he can see this flickering like strobe light effect of rats.
Yeah. And I yell again. It's like, who do you guard these sewers for?
The church pays us. We guards the tunnels.
We're here with the church. We're here to join the meeting of the Hammer of Darkhearth.
We not told of any visitors. Tricks.
We had to take the long way so that our Fusillan friend would be able to make it through. Please call off the rats.
Make me another persuasion roll.
Well, now you're.
he's like, did you make a booking?
Yeah. No. Oh.
13.
13.
It's an unlucky number.
The large rat lifts his nose up and sniffs, and you can see him turn his head back and forth as he whiskers twitch. No friends. All new smells.
Well,
Goddamn golem up in here.
Yeah, well.
oh, I think we just let Hadrian go nuts for a couple more minutes.
yeah. Let me at him. Let me at
Well,
him.
we have a hay drink.
So that was a 13 on your persuasion, Rosie, but a natural 20 for
Oh,
Rat Lad.
rat lad.
Rat lad?
Okay,
Look, I didn't give him a name.
I missed the Rat Lad natural 20 because there's another Rat King sitting in front of my screen. So I was like, why are y'all being like, oh, I don't get it. Like, 13's not bad. I don't understand.
No, you're sat on 20 for like a whole second and then just went 14.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just realized I did mine as a GM roll.
Yeah.
So that's why you couldn't see it.
Right. That's fine.
Oh well.
I just realized that no one can see it. I'm like, hang on a second.
So, does the yelling count as an action? I would
No,
say.
I'll let you. You can be yelling that as you maneuver to that point.
Okay. I pull out my short bow and shoot him.
Shame.
Shame. We mean you no harm.
Well, we tried.
Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit for me, Rosie.
That's good old fashioned D20, ain't it? That's an 18 to hit.
An 18 is a hit.
Right.
Roll me
and
some
that
damage.
gives 1d6. Plus 3 is 6.
Nice.
6 damage. Nice. You quickly draw your short bow and send an arrow across the short distance between you and this monstrosity. You see it cut a path through his shoulder as it continues on into the darkness. As the blood starts to trickle down, he hunches his head, hisses, and seems to lock eyes with you, Rosie.
As a cunning bonus action, I'm just gonna quickly drop my short bow.
Okay, sure.
It was
Sorry.
It was him.
They went
did
that
it.
way.
Just throw the
Drop it
bow
over
at
their
Gabriel. Be like, no, he's the archer. Hadrig, you stand where you were, ankle deep in the muck, as Rosie, fully healed, has charged off towards this large rat. At your feet are the two halves of the giant rat that you cleaved in two not long ago.
Let me do this. All right. Well, I gotta help Gabriel with the swarm of rats.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm a swing with my halberd.
Let's go.
That is a 14.
14 is a hit.
Yoo!
Roll me a nice big damage with that. Big
I'm
boy
gonna
halberd.
do 1d10 plus 3.
Oh, yeah.
9 slashing damage.
9. Very nice. As you swing with all the force you can muster, you feel this sort of barrage of small impacts as the blade travels through the swarm. You can now actually see within this mass quite a few still bodies of the rats getting churned up inside of it. And you seem to be starting to make an appreciable difference on the horde itself. From Hadric, we bump to Klaus, who has just had a large German Shepherd-sized rat lunge at him and take some swings.
Yeah, 99 problems and one rat, is it? Can I... I'm going to take a step this way to my right, which I am now out of the threatened area of Shepherd Dog. But I think he gets an attack of opportunity because I've left his threatened area.
If you're not taking a disengage action, if you're just taking
I
a
want to
move
move.
action.
I want to use the normal move so then I can make an attack.
Okay, yep, so he's going to take a chomp at you
Please no.
as you
Please,
back away.
God, no.
Please, Lord, have mercy.
Dear
but
God,
3
have
is an
mercy.
awful roll,
Oh, I risked
and
it. I
you
risked
managed
it.
to scoot back quickly enough.
All right. I'm then going to look at the rat lad. And I'm going to be like, guiding bolts down the sewer towards him. I need to roll a d20 because magic's broken in this game.
Is guiding bolt the one you need to roll to hit, or is it just a dex?
No, so guiding bolt does need make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Which one was the one that we only had to roll a dex save for?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Gotcha.
Yeah, so spells will say if they need to have a ranged attack for them. Otherwise, it's just a dex against it. So, d20 plus my 5, I think. Because this game is broken. What happens if I do click on this? Does that work?
It should say under your spells. Oh, there you go.
I think
15.
it does work. Yep, 15.
15
Probably
is
just
a
didn't work
hit.
for. Probably just didn't work for Sacred Flame.
Good
Excellent.
So go ahead and roll some
Excellent.
damage on that guiding bolt.
Sure will.
Oop.
Is that one?
Oh, Jesus.
8 radiant damage.
8.
Yeah, it's 4d6.
It's 4d6. What the
46, you
fuck?
rolled an 8. Oh,
And I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
bad luck.
Yeah.
That's rough.
A 1, 2 2s, and 3 is a little bit below average, but you know, this almost blinding white flash in the darkness as the bolt of divine energy washes over this rat. He shakes his head as if to clear it, and then hunches down, looking ready to charge forward, hissing angrily.
I like this all.
It was about to get worse.
we go to Fido, the rat, that was attacking Klaus until he deftly stepped away. It closes the distance.
Who could have
Here it
guessed?
comes.
Hello.
I do the healer, Klaus.
Hello,
Ooh.
darkness, my old friend.
That's a 19 on the dice.
Yep. 16 AC.
Yeah, so definitely get what you get. That's a 25. Oh, sorry, no, 23. Math's hard.
Yep.
Whip.
Yep.
Damn,
Here
dude,
it comes.
you Pearly gates.
That is 3 damage,
The old burly
Klaus, as the yellowing teeth sink into your calf.
Oh,
This is bad. This is very bad.
gross.
Gang, this is terrible.
The swarm, Gabriel, continues rushing at you over this lip of
Don't.
Yeah. Don't.
No.
Ooh.
Oof.
I accidentally rolled that dice twice and rolled 3 each time, so we know.
We know you're not
supposed to be.
cheating.
With this damage being done by Hadrig and the swarm thinning out a little, you're finding it easier to push them back as they try and clamber over one another to get to you. And especially now that you can see with a torch in hand, you managed to avoid getting overrun at this stage. It's your turn, Gabriel.
Wonderful. That does help, being able to see. I do
It
miss
is,
that.
it is nice.
Well, I'm holding naught but a torch. My bow has also been dropped on the floor, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you left that where you were standing previously.
This torch, I'm just gonna swing at the swarm with my flaming torch, like Aragorn.
Sure.
I'm not proficient at all with torch. And
We'll treat it as a club, I suppose.
okay, well, I'll roll the Billy Club, I guess, as a
Yeah,
stand-in.
for ease of use, let's do that.
All right.
Doesn't matter. Natural one.
Now what?
Oh no.
My only source of vision, it's gone, man.
You lunge down with the torch, waving it back and forth, and as you swing it, you can see the air flow over the torch, bring it dangerously close to petering out. And in absolute terror of losing your source of light, you stop the swing abruptly to let the fabric catch a light a bit more. And as you pause for that moment, your arm is above the swarm, and the swarm is going to try and take advantage of that.
That's fair.
So they are attacking, and that is a drum roll, please.
Diggity
Or
diddly diddly.
an 11. I doubt that's a hit.
Oh, I do dodge that.
Nice. You recognize in time that you have picked a unfortunate place to hold your arm still and recoil in time.
Well, I reckon you three have got this covered. I'm just going to go wait top side and maybe find Bunny and let me know when you're finished.
Get
No,
myself
you-
some Dnd.
You're not going anywhere.
No, you don't.
We now move on to the monstrosity that is this
Chad lad.
bipedal rat. It rushes forward directly at you, Klaus,
Oh my god.
as you are standing directly in
Yes!
front of him. And
Oh,
as he is standing next to one of his pack, he actually gets to roll attack with advantage. So that is going to be the higher of the two, which was a 14 on the dice, which brings us to a 19 to hit.
Yes.
bruh.
Oh! Oh, that's 9 damage.
9
As
damage.
He brings these hand as big as yours, but with these mean claws down in a brutal slash. How many hit points does that leave you on, Klaus?
Leaves me on -4.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
God.
Klaus!
Hadrian is going to be carrying the healing game.
I don't have any
To be
heals
honest,
prepared.
As a
Yeah.
cleric, I do not have many heals at all. I have like my level 1 heals and that's it. That's all I got.
Should have played a paladin, I guess.
Yeah, I should have kind of had more heals than a cleric.
I
We will jump to Rosie's turn.
do. Rosie, you better
Alright.
get out there, bro.
Here we go.
Oh,
As
you bargain with them. So,
you see
know,
Klaus collapse down to a knee, looking like he's about to lose consciousness.
Oh, I can't imagine why. Alright, I'm currently hands.
Does the rat lad still have the effects of guiding bolt on him?
Let's have a look, shall we? Next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. Thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. Yeah.
So
okay.
if I attack the Rat King here, I have advantage.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Especially if you have an ability that requires you to have advantage. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Beck.
Oh
Playing
my
the
god.
rogue.
I'm figuring it out. Okay, it's been a whole week.
Doing some maths. Well, you guys got it from here, so
I just want to see you guys explain to the chief of police why his son died in a sewer. In an off-the-books
Classic
operation.
Lachlan. Lachlan found some fucking apple pie chips.
Yeah.
It's just...
Oh.
ooh, yum, apple pie chips from the sewer. Probably not the best choice.
Okay. Alright, I figured it out. Forgive me. I'm not as well versed in rogues as I am with bards. Right.
Save
So I pull my short sword out,
Yep.
and I go to cut down on Jacked Rat. Just slishy slash him.
Slishy slash.
Slishy slash.
Do it.
the rat lad.
Cut him.
Oh, actually. That. Alright. Hang on. Because that's...
There's a
I
13 on
accidentally-
the first roll.
Well, my short sword has a +5 to attack.
Okay.
So it's an 18.
Yep.
Um,
And you're rolling with advantage.
otherwise it is 10. So 18.
18 is a hit.
18. Oh my
Nice.
God. How-
Didn't
how
even
much
need
is
Smash
that
the rat
advantage.
lad.
So Reese reminded me to look at my effects as a rogue, and because I have sneak attack,
Yes.
if you have advantage on the attack roll, I deal an extra 1d6 of damage to one creature I hit with an attack.
Nice.
So,
Nice. It's
Thank
combo.
you. very much, Hadric, for that. So the short sword is going to be 2d6 plus 3.
Hey.
Which makes that a 9.
9. Ooh, very nice. You lunge forward and, with a well-placed jab of your short sword, drive your sword into the abdomen of this beast and try to angle it up under his ribs there somewhere. As you yank your sword back, this flow of dark blood comes out of the wound. Looks like you hit something pretty important, and it takes him a second to realize how badly he's been wounded, and seems to recoil a step as he clutches at the wound in his side.
I just yell at him in Gnomish. I just yell, concede!
Is that are you trying to intimidate him?
Sure.
Or,
Intimidation after I yank the sword out of his belly.
Yeah, as he's watching his
Innards kind of.
his insides come out.
Surely that's with advantage. No? Okay.
It's internal bleeding. That's where the blood's supposed
to be.
That's an 11.
11. He seems to be more focused on this very life-threatening wound and doesn't seem to
Idiots.
pay too much heed to the contents of your words.
Can't focus on more than one thing at a time. God damn it, multitasking just isn't a thing, apparently.
Hey, you get stabbed in the liver and see how you feel. Monologuing. Hadrig, your bloodied halberd is still at the ready. You can see that you are thinning out this horde of rats in front of you, but you are also aware that Klaus is in some pretty serious trouble over there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just help me out, brother.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and skirt around the rats.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go 5, 10.
Leaves Gabriel, just like, you got this, buddy.
So yeah, I can 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, do you want this to be 25 or 30?
That's your first diagonal move, isn't it? That can be 25.
Second. That's my second.
Oh, second? In that case, 30.
Yeah, 30. Oof, no worries. Would you... I guess you wouldn't consider them to be 10 feet away. So... Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, have fun, Gabriel.
I got it covered.
I'm gonna take a swing at Rat Daddy here.
I mean, for what it's worth, just in case you were... I mean, you could make it to that other space in 30 if you went this other route, like 5, 10, 15...
So I'm trying to do it
20,
without...
25. Without getting within 5 feet of the rats. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I thought you were
so
gonna like leap off of the raised platform and fucking like lunge down with your halberd.
Yeah. So I'm a swing at the jacked rat.
Yep.
With my halberd. Swing. That is a 16.
That is a hit.
Yo!
Dude, Hadrig is the MVP.
Hadrig is clutching.
Dude, how good.
That
How
is
good.
10 slashing
10.
damage.
Hadrig is the
God
goat.
damn.
That's why we keep you around.
You come sprinting across the small walkway, and using your momentum as you come down, you swing your bloodied halberd at this monstrosity as it is recoiling from Rosie's blow, and you bring it down in a flat trajectory that hits him square in the chest, and you hear the crunch of a few ribs and probably his sternum breaking as more blood starts pouring out. He recoils another few steps as he turns and looks at you with surprise in his beady little eyes. He quickly loses consciousness and collapses into the muck from which he burst.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Well done.
Adrian kills 2 rats.
Fucking. Let's just let Hadrig like mop the
Rat
floor.
killer.
Yeah. I don't know why we're trying.
Klaus, it's your turn. And the last thing you see before consciousness leaves is Hadrig avenging you with the help of Rosie as this big beastie collapses. But you need to make me a death save.
Ooh,
Alright.
don't
Here
fail.
we go.
Don't fail.
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Sir. No, don't fail.
Age closer to death.
Yes, so you are... you lose consciousness, and the deep slashes from the beastie's claws continue to bleed. So that is your first failure. The rat that was standing next to you diverts its attention to Hadrig, having seen his father, who knows, die at his hands, and rushes at him.
He's upset. I couldn't imagine why.
He's sad.
Oh god.
That's
Oh
a
my
22.
Damn it. AC 17.
Ooh, that's 5 damage from the vicious teeth and claws as he attacks you in a fury.
Down to 17.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What a
What
shame.
am I to do with all of these hit points?
Mate, you're down to more than my max.
Yeah, man, should have played Paladin.
Gabriel, the
Should've.
swarm in front of you continues thrashing, but that's only a 10 on its attack roll.
It's like a wet noodle fight.
And now that its number has been decreased so dramatically, you're finding it quite easy to keep up, just booting the rats off of the ledge as they throw themselves at it. It's your turn to give them what for.
All right, time to put this miserable fight to a close. I'm gonna draw a rapier, which I have. Definitely have. And I'm just gonna attack with one. My left hand is holding the torch, and my right hand holding the rapier.
Yep.
And here I go. Oh yeah!
Hey! 20.
Nice.
Let's go. Roll your damage there, sir, and it is double.
Okay.
Double damage.
2
D8
of whatever.
plus 3. So 2d8 plus 3 or 2d8 plus 6?
Plus 6, I believe.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be 21.
Whew. You managed to, with a few deft thrusts with your rapier, shish kebab the bulk of the remaining swarm, and left with so few of their number remaining, the few rats that survive your onslaught, without the security of the swarm, scatter and immediately flee into little cracks and nooks and crannies in the sewer, and the swarm is effectively disbanded.
Thank goodness for that.
See, what actually happened was Chris pulled out a gun, and then he was like, "This is most definitely a rapier. This is a rapier." And
This
then he
is
fired
a
the
sword holding a gun.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at my list of weapons, because as a fighter, apparently you're allowed to carry a longbow, a dagger, a light crossbow, a rapier, a billy club. No problems, no encumbrance. They're all somewhere on your person.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I have my club, my short bow, my short sword, and my dagger. Like, I don't see what the issue is.
Easy.
Fair.
Easy clap.
I like look over to what's happening now that I'm like my attention isn't being consumed, and I just see Klaus dead, Hadrig and Rosie fighting off like 3 jack rats.
Dude, defib me.
Klaus is
Rosie.
bleeding out, and Hadrig is covered in blood.
Yeah.
Rosie, we jump to your turn. You see the last few rats that comprise the swarm scurrying into various tunnels.
Seeing that the big rat dog is focused on Hadrig,
Rat dog!
Rat dog! Alone in the boat.
who has successfully been cleaving rats in twain this entire encounter.
Yes.
I drop to my knees and I attempt to stabilize my dying companion
Oh, yeah,
with
well
my
done.
knowledge of medicine.
Team player, let's go. Give us a
I was
stabilize
wondering
check.
when someone was gonna rescue it. Rat dog.
It's a 15.
Nice. You managed to, with some quick thinking, staunch the bleeding from Klaus's, the worst of Klaus's wounds. So on your next turn, Klaus, you won't need to make a death save.
Thank you. Bless.
Ah, blessed.
All right. Hadrig the Destroyer. It's your turn.
Yeah.
The only four-legged beastie remaining is the dog-sized critter in front of you.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Piece of shit for breakfast?
What? No.
Fucking god.
So I am going to maneuver myself over here.
Yep, you take a few steps around the rat.
Yep. Now, DM discretion. Would you allow for flanking, or is Rosie busy?
No, that's right. I'll allow for flanking. His attention's split.
Cool. I will then attack with my halberd with advantage.
Man's walking into a church with a halberd.
21
Mate, you did not need that advantage.
and a 17.
Either of those would have been a hit.
Alrighty.
They don't
Then,
call me Hadrig the Destroyer for nothing.
I am the destroyer of worlds. Oh!
Hadrig Ratsbane.
1d10 plus 3. I only do 5 damage to him.
5 is exactly enough damage. The rat, as it turns to follow your movement, seems to take in that all of its compatriots are either dead or flee, and seems to be in the process of making that decision itself as you bring your halberd down in an executioner's swing and cleanly take the rat's head from its body.
He just didn't have the constitution. It's like he just was so demoralized that he was just like, well, better let my head just come off.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the end of the
Yeah.
road.
The end of the road for old Jack Rat. Also, Hadrig, I've added to your name. It is Hadrig, the Rat Destroyer, Child of Ilmater.
Good.
How many
What a nickname.
How many nicknames can we tack on to the end of Hadrig's name? That's Constable
Hater of
Hadrig, the Rat
Gerald's.
Destroyer, Child of Ilmater to you.
Gerald.
Congratulations, the swarm of rats, led by Rat Lad, have been defeated.
Hadrig the rat clapper.
As you take in the now quiet sewers around you, all eyes fall to Klaus, laying unconscious against the wall where Rosie has propped him to patch up his wounds.
Whew. That was some action, guys.
Gabriel, not now. Klaus is really hurt.
What happened to Klaus?
The rat's got him.
He not looking so good, man.
That look is so hot.
Is he gonna be alright? You better get in there and give him some heals, bro.
It's really obvious that none of you have listened to Reese at all.
I can't heal him.
He has no heals.
I healed.
Use them all on me.
Yes, that he did. Well, look, if he didn't do that, you would be the one on the floor right now. So,
Hadrig's super badass ultimate heal of Rosie is seeming less cool now.
yeah.
Yeah. I should have just done 9 hit points. Not 10.
Like when you did it, I was like, why did you do that?
Well, cause you were down to 1.
He's got a point.
But,
You were close to death.
and then I took
What-
0 hit points for the
In the
rest of the
moment-
encounter.
It's fine. In the moment, it was necessary, but right now we need to focus on getting our friend back in working order. Does
Look,
anyone
I
have any doctor's experience? Does anyone?
I
If
have
you guys have any way of getting me to 1 HP, I can deal with myself. I just am
can I-
unconscious.
That is indeed the goal.
Can I attempt a medicine roll to make him not unconscious?
Just slap him.
Let's have a look.
I was looking for the skills. What a game.
Class is sleeping.
Just trying to look for
I
the
mean-
definition of the medicine.
Oh, hang on. I found it. I'll read it out for you.
Thank you.
Because that's... I was like, can I use my medicine to stop him from having to roll to save himself?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely use it to stabilize.
Yeah, well, that's why I use the word stabilize a dying companion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Medicine, a wisdom medicine check lets you try to stabilize a dying companion or diagnose an illness.
Excellent.
Look, at this point, it's way too late for us to give him medical attention unless we want to forego this gathering at the Dark Half Assembly. Like, is it worth maybe, like, someone staying here and looking after Klaus while, like, Rosie and another go to attend?
Okay, this is a question for the table / chat. Would you theoretically, if you could just wake him up, would that count as giving him an HP? Because I have an idea.
Well, mechanically it wouldn't work like that, but...
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
here for mechanics. I'm here for storytelling.
I'd say you might be able to get him awake if you were really lucky, but he wouldn't be in any kind of state to use any of his abilities, certainly until he was at least 1 hit point.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm not metagaming here, but Klaus is not in working order.
Klaus is broken.
So unless anyone actually
So
has,
broken.
like, magical healing, there's, like, if Klaus, like, becomes conscious again, he's not going to be able to, like, you know, attack anything.
You guys had discretionary funds and you didn't buy any potions.
I'm literally
Correct.
thinking, what's wrong with me?
Why?
Gabriel, you bought medicine, right? Medicine.
I did! Although it's a very particular kind of medicine for a very particular ailment.
Well, no, because the guy literally said it's a poison, like, it's only a poison if you overdose. So I say, put the tiniest drop in my water skin, we'll dilute the shit out of it, and we'll give it to Klaus.
So homeopathy.
We're going to homeopathy with cyanide root. All right.
So wait, Rosie.
Well,
let me
that's
get
what
this
we were
straight.
told. We were told that it was a medicine.
Rosie, I have maybe some news to break to you. The gentleman who sold me this medicine made it quite clear, if not verbally, then, you know, gesticulatory, that this is not exactly the good kind of medicine. I think if we administer this to Klaus, it'll only kill him. I think that's a bad idea. Look, if no one has any healing for Klaus, Rosie, maybe you and Hadrig should go and attend the meeting, because that's pretty important. We don't want to miss it. And I'll stay here with Klaus and look after him.
Could you attempt to take him back to the watch house?
I mean, I could, maybe carry him, but it'll be tough, but I could sort it out.
I just see Hadrig's head in his hands. I'm like, what do you think we should do, Rat Destroyer?
He's like, he has used all of his, like, 1 healing spell lay on hands.
Yep. It's all
Now
gone, man.
He has no more spells in his pocket.
Like, all the spells that I have prepared are not healing spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
What spells
pick
do you get?
I'm just putting
I
it
got
out there.
3 spells.
2. You know, 3 spells.
What spells have you prepared?
Compel, Duel, Bless, and Divine Favor.
Yeah. And you get
What does Bless
2.
do? Oh, look it up.
I'm
Well,
just
you get 2 first level spells per day.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there because it's the first time we've kind of been in a real combat dungeon crawly scenario. 5e does have short rests. You know, obviously your long rest is a full 8 hours. A short rest, you can take an hour of downtime. And you can use, I'll just read it as written. A character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which for you guys would be 2 because you're level 2. For each hit die spent this way, the player rolls the die and adds the character's constitution modifier to it. The character regains hit points equal to the total. The character can decide to spend an additional hit die after each roll. A character regains some spent hit dice upon finishing a long rest, explained below. So, just putting that out there as an option for you guys. Short rests are a thing.
What
Yeah.
time is
You were aiming to get to the meeting at midnight. You didn't know exactly where the meeting was. I'd say you're probably getting close to midnight, but you don't know how long the ritual goes for.
Well, yes. So basically, we're gonna miss it if we all stay and look after Cloud. So my vote is that you two go ahead. Hadrig, like, you're basically the muscle, and Rosie, you're the dignitary of our little
Yeah, I'm
cause.
Rosie, can you make me a religion check?
I can't say anything. I have no input.
Yeah,
all.
you're dead, man.
12.
12. I mean, look, you're not a frequent attendee of the church, but to your understanding, most services and things like that would go for longer than an hour. So you think that you probably aren't going to miss all the action if you rock up late, but you know, might miss the start and some portion of the event.
Like,
Okay, guys.
I voted a short rest.
We need to stop. We need to regroup. We need to regain what we can. Us dying is not us worth making it to this meeting on time. I say we just take a moment, we rest, we recollect ourselves before we continue on.
Yeah, look, Klaus just needs a sleep, alright? I've seen this before. He just needs a sleep.
Just needs to sleep it off.
Past my bedtime.
Just
Yeah.
sleep
Just
off the
walk it
ratings,
off,
man.
chair.
Just sleep it off.
well, let me put it this way: we already didn't know that we were going to have to go crawling through the sewers to get to this
Oh, trust
church.
me. We're gonna have words with good old Father, whatever his name is.
Well, suppose everyone attends the meeting and it hits midnight and he, looks at his sundial wristwatch and says, right, okay, we're all headed on the boat out to the middle of a lake and then we'll do it there, right? Then we've just missed it.
Okay, but again, I don't think anyone dying is worth us making it to this meeting. I think we would be better served taking care of our comrades as a team, and then we will still attempt to make the meeting. Like,
Man, I have thoughts.
with my
You can't talk, man.
with my knowledge of these events, we may not hit the beginning. We might get there at the middle. We might get there towards the end. And at the end of the day, pun intended, that's all that really matters.
Is that we catch the final 5 minutes of a possibly plot revealing and entirely important speech that is going to be given regarding Fusilla and the uprising of the gnomes within Rolands Landing.
Chris, can we roll off for persuasion? Whoever wins. Because at this point, I have nothing else. I have nothing else.
I mean,
I was just gonna.
Hadrig is now watching
No,
Mummy and Daddy fight.
Hadrig's like, let's put it to a vote. Alright? And Klaus
Okay.
can't vote because he's sleeping.
That's a tiebreaker.
So, yeah, we.
Well, essentially, then, Hadrig, you choose, right? Because Rosie and I would both vote for ourselves.
Oh, easy. We're taking a short rest. That is.
Okay. Alright, look.
Yeah.
Can everyone?
I just, whatever you guys want to do is fine by me. I'm just saying that if taking a short rest now somehow impacts, our investigation, then it wouldn't have been worth it. It would have been better to just have me look after Klaus and have a short rest with him while you two went off.
Look, not all of us like to have adventures by ourselves, man. I would like to have a full team ready to go. And if they go to the middle of the lake, they clearly have to come back. So we just catch them when they come back. So
I don't know what lake you guys are talking about, but
I
Short
see
rest.
what's going on here.
Can-
You don't trust me alone, do you?
He's gonna.
oh, sorry guys, Klaus didn't make it.
now's his chance to kill Klaus.
Just instantly.
Can everyone do?
where's
You know
the red
what?
string
You know
board?
what, Gabriel? You know what, Gabriel? You know what? How about it's not just about Klaus and it's not just about that we don't trust you. It's that we just fought a massive pile of rats and we all might benefit from just taking a second to regroup, cool down, calm, let the adrenaline jitters out before we go rushing in to what can only be described as a coup d'etat meeting. So let's just take a short rest.
Okay.
And I'm
everyone
rolling for
who
persuasion.
is conscious. Sure, give us your persuasion roll first.
'Cause
And then everyone but Klaus, give me a perception check, please.
Who are you trying to
19!
persuade?
I'm persuading you, 19. You're
It's a
doing
natural
this.
20 on the
But
dice.
natural 20, Beck.
Gabriel,
Yeah,
she makes
except
a
I
good
have
point.
-1 to charisma.
It doesn't matter. It's still a natural 20. That's how it works.
Spicy. I'm so spicy.
So give us a perception check, everybody but Klaus, please.
I know exactly.
I guess you're more blind than I am, Klaus.
A 1. I said we're taking a short rest and instantly sat down and went to sleep. That's
Yeah, fair.
I rolled a non-natural 20.
God, Beck, you're on fire.
Rosie, as you're looking around for a place to sit down for an hour, you notice in the wall
That big
directly next to
passage that's
Gabriel. It's not quite a big passage from where you're sitting, but there's a grate in the wall that looks like there's sort of a gap between the grate and the rest of the frame, and you think you could probably move it aside if you wanted to.
I kind of brush past Gabriel and I move aside the grate.
Shoulder check him.
Not quite. Like, just shoulder thigh check him, you know?
yeah, shoulder check his knee.
Just like, my knee!
And as you poke your head in, you notice that this tunnel actually
Opens up into a bedroom.
it's
Good.
Secret tunnel.
it's not a huge area, but it's of hard packed earth that seems a lot cleaner than anything you guys are standing in currently. That opens back out onto a passageway that you guys had previously moved through.
Are there any rats in there?
I do a rat check.
With Rosie's 20 in perception, you don't see or hear any rats.
All right, guys. Look, let's hole up in here for a minute. We'll just get ourselves just resituated. We'll regroup. We'll just try again, all right? Let's just get out of the sewers for just a hot second.
Sure. You guys all
Oozing into the air.
move into this small passageway, closing the grate behind you, and think you're pretty well secluded from anyone who, or perhaps anything that might stumble by. Between the three of you, you're able
Klaus?
to.
Yeah,
Klaus
I'll drag Klaus in.
Yeah. Hadric brings Klaus along and props him up in the tunnel. And you all sit
Sit him
down.
on my lap. Like,
Yeah.
You all sit down and take the opportunity to rest your eyes and your feet, clean off weapons, have a snack from your rations, and just recuperate from that surprisingly taxing fight. All of you, not just Klaus, get to roll 2 hit die and regain that many HP. You don't have to roll both, I should add. You can roll one and then decide if you want to roll the other, if you want to hang on to the other one for a potential later short rest.
so it's your hit die plus your con mod, right?
Plus your con, yes.
So,
That is 7. I am back up to 22 hit points.
well, I started this on full HP, so
Yeah,
after...
so not much point.
God damn it.
Oh my God, Klaus! He's not even awake.
Man.
He is
I'm
not
awake.
awake.
I'm awake.
Are you?
Hey, Jake,
Yeah,
you rolled
I
a
got-
D... Oh, you have a D10 for hit points. Never mind.
So, my D8 plus my 2 gets me 3.
So what's your current hit points now?
3.
3.
Weren't you
Oh,
on-
I
You don't
thought
go
you were-
to.
Oh, right,
You don't
yeah,
go
yeah.
to like negative. I don't have to regain my negatives back.
Yeah.
It's like I hit 0, but if I was to ever like take enough damage that would go past my max, I would insta die.
So you don't have like minus health? It
No,
only
so once you hit 0, you
caps
fall
out 4.
unconscious, and then if you fail 3 death saves, you die. If you succeed 3 death saves,
okay.
you regain consciousness.
So like, if let's say theoretically, if you had 10 hit points and you got hit by a fucking cannon and took 100 damage, you could live.
Oh,
if
no,
you
No,
you
no,
wouldn't
that's
have
what-
to do it.
So yeah, the point is that if you're like, we'll use mine. If I have 11 hit points and I get hit for 12, in that hit, I would immediately die because it's negative, but I was at full anyway.
Yeah, I think it's if you take half your hit point maximum.
Right.
You guys are like throwing so many different rules out. And it's like,
Look,
bro,
we're
Class,
making it up as we go along.
Just roll your second hit die.
do you want me to read it for you? Because I just read how dying works to make sure I didn't die.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. Can you roll your second hit dice while you do that?
I don't want to roll my second hit die. Do you think about that?
I don't even know what my hit die is. D12.
6.
I have
Excellent.
2 total hit dice.
Brilliant.
I don't know what
I'm
to
good.
Wow.
So Klaus, what are you on for hit points right now?
9.
9 out of
13.
oh, could be worse.
Not bad.
13 is not a very high max compared to Hadri, the tank DPS destroyer.
Bro,
Yep.
Mind you,
Switchblade
like when we did our hit die roll, I rolled my minimum.
Yeah.
When we leveled up. So
Yeah.
that's
And
just classic me.
I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
that when I
rolled
did
my
it-
maximum.
Yeah.
I know that when I did it, I was so paranoid about rolling badly that I just took the bitch out.
average.
Cool. All right.
Meanwhile, Gabriel here healing fucking 12 hit points.
I think my
So Klaus, you come to and find yourself in a dark tunnel sitting on some hard-packed earth, with your compatriots around you, clearly safe, from the beast that dropped you.
Where are we? What is
We're just in a little side
what
tunnel.
happened?
Plus,
You,
it's fine.
you got
You're
murdered.
alive.
The last thing I remember is a dirty rat gnawing on my face.
Yeah, I killed the rat.
Yeah, you missed the brilliant rescue that Adrig and Rosie made. Anyway, it's good to have you back, friend.
It's good to be back. Wherever we are.
We're still in the sewers.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like the sewers.
We found a hidey hole.
Yeah, we found a cave in the sewers. Isn't that neat?
Give me some time to get back on my feet.
Yeah, maybe heal yourself.
Yeah. Do you have a?
I'm on
hip flask
9 out of
with-
I'm 9 out of
Oh,
13.
9 out of 13? Okay, you're fine.
Klaus is going to walk into the next room and get hit for 9 damage. You watch. And then he'll be like, guys, why can't anyone heal me?
Classic.
I have a suggestion. Klaus should stand at the back.
Probably.
With Klaus,
The voice of God is giving us combat advice.
don't put the
This
healing
is like
in
the
front.
George of the Jungle narrator. It's like, come on, guys.
So with Klaus
All right.
regaining his feet, the 4 of you dust yourselves off and make the decision of what to do next.
All right, I head back out into the sewers.
Yep. You poke your head back out the grate, gingerly at first, but once you are confident that there's no rat kings waiting to ambush you, you head back out into the sewer.
I just beckon for everyone behind me. Come on. Safe.
And then we go out, and then back.
You notice that the larger rat bodies have sunk almost completely into the muck. That is the bottom of the sewer.
I just look at them kind of sadly and I just say, you could have been saved. And then I just start walking down the corridor. Just because we know where we know which direction the secret tunnel was leading in that I could have very easily shortcut my way through. I
Yeah.
continue heading in that direction down here.
Yep, so you keep heading to the west, down the alleyway. Or I say alleyway, the tunnel, the sewer.
The sewer alleyway.
Sewer way.
Sewer way.
The Sally.
All right, down we go.
Oh, this looks worse.
As the
What?
the tunnel resolves itself to your vision, Rosie, you see that dead ahead is what looks like a massive I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like a rainwater tank, but you're not quite sure what it's doing down here. It is, however, wall to wall, floor to ceiling. You can see that there might be a tiny gap beneath it, between the bottom of the tank and the beginning of the sludge. So perhaps it's possible to swim, crawl, dig, depending on the consistency of the sludge underneath it. On the right here is a fairly large entrance, or I'm not quite sure what the right word would be, almost like aqueduct type sloping concrete ramp, I guess, that's feeding water down into the sewer. And as you get closer, you can see that the sludge becomes more liquid than it is further down, as water, you assume diverted from the river, flows down into the muck.
I just like reminisce and just go disgusting.
Yummo.
I really don't want to touch the water. Kai, are you familiar with Assassin's Creed?
I am.
Okay, so I attempt to do a wall jump, so I
really don't want to touch the water. You're gonna touch the water. That's
yeah, cool.
Get washed
I
away.
run up this wall a little bit and then kick off to jump over to the other side.
Okay, can you just point out to me where you're trying to land?
I'm trying to land here.
Okay. So that's a 10-foot jump with almost no run up.
Yep.
Give us an athletics check.
Ooh. 14.
14. You know what? That's pretty decent. I'll allow you
I'll
to push
allow
off the
catching
wall
myself on the edge.
and leap.
I'll allow. Hold on.
Your feet land on the very corner of the raised walkway, and for a heart-stopping moment, you think you're going to go backwards into the here much more liquid sludge, but you manage to catch yourself
Ew.
on the other side.
Kai, I would like to do this.
Yeah, I'm with Harvey.
You back up slightly to where the surface of the muck is a little bit more solid. It's almost like a non-Newtonian fluid, right? As long as you're quick, all the muck compounds
Like
in on
magic
itself,
sand.
and you manage to make it across. You do
I'm
sink
sorry.
sort of up to your ankles as you make your way across, but
Yum.
your
I'm
boots were
sorry
already
that I
pretty
have
filthy.
a flair for the dramatic.
Clearly.
Rosie's did look way cooler. Just saying.
There you go.
Yeah, but you risked poo shoes, so.
yeah.
Anyway,
But would you like to wear
Poo
my
shoes?
poo shoes?
Poo shoes? Poo self.
alright, well, I move up to the rainwater tank
Yep.
to see if I can scope it out just a little bit better and see if there's any way to not submerge myself in sewer water.
Sure. Give us a perception check.
Yep. That's an 18.
18. You don't see any way of getting over the tank. It looks like it is almost, if not touching, the ceiling of the sewer. You give it a bang, thinking maybe it's hollow, maybe you can, maybe there's an entrance to it or something, but when you thud on the side of it, it sounds like it's full of liquid. You're pretty confident the only way past it would be to go under, which would involve commando crawling / swimming through the muck.
Alright. Okay, boys. It's not good news. There's no way over. There's no way through. We gotta go under.
Rosie.
What about the direction that the rats came from?
Yeah, do we maybe want to check the rest of the sewer before we go under this?
I mean, look, that would be a logical decision.
Rosie just wants to swim.
I like how Gabriel's already started going back.
You never followed us to the rainwater tank, to be honest.
I didn't bother moving my character.
All right, so we continue
All right,
on.
Gabriel, with your human eyes, lead the way. What do your human eyes see?
Very well. Okay, I say stubbornly. So we're all listening to Gabriel now, are we?
Shut up! Shut up, Gabriel! This is not a flattering color on you.
Wow.
I'll lead the guys with my human eyes down toward the south and have a peer around the corner to my right.
So, by the light of the flickering torch, you see that the pathway dead ahead of you appears to end in a stoned-up dead end. However, the turn to your right as you come down the tunnel seems to carry on at a distance that you judge as being further than the tank on the pathway that you just abandoned.
Well, this looks promising. Be on the lookout for Chad rats, and let's proceed with caution.
Sounds good.
I'll follow up the rear.
Yeah. Maybe stay down the back, Klaus.
You guys get ambushed from behind by a Chad rat.
His friend.
Carrying on down the sewer, you do hear the odd squeak or skitter of a rat that puts you on edge, but no more swarms make themselves apparent, and you quickly come to what is directly ahead, a dead end, but the sewer veers off to the right, allowing you to carry on.
I peer around the corner again.
And see darkness.
Yeah, the whole time I'm just like sort of going a bit overboard with the whole like hand signals thing, like putting up a raised fist to let everyone behind me know to stop.
Baseballs
Just kind of, yeah, trying to be all like, leadership and superiority.
You're doing this all like with your eyes squinted against the darkness.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Like closing off light will make it easier to see light.
Yeah.
So Gabriel's doing that, and Hadrig's like, he's doing that with such conviction. He must know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And just 100% being like, I have put all my faith and trust into this man.
You follow this tunnel to the right, leading to a T junction. Looking to your right, you judge this as being the other side of that tank that you saw earlier. If not, then an extremely similar one.
Fancy a swim back, Rosie?
You know what? I'm gonna take the gnome-shaped shortcut back, and y'all can find your own way out of this sewer hole.
Yeah, Rosie, you do that and almost get crushed again.
Help!
To the left.
Help!
However, as you continue on your merry way, you see a four-way intersection with the direction directly ahead of you blocked by a huge portcullis with oaken bars instead of iron. Above the portcullis, you can see etched quite deeply into the stone the symbol of a hammer.
Well, I'm no Dark Hearthian, but I'd say this is the spot.
Great.
And with that, we're going to jump to our break. We've run a little bit over time, but combat tends to do that. Especially when someone almost dies. Klaus.
Not naming any names.
Oh my god, I can't remember how I ended up in the thick of it, to be honest. Like,
That was thrilling.
I can't even recall. And then I just got surrounded by goddamn rats.
There
I got a
were
rat lad and a shepherd rat.
There were several rats. Thanks for bearing with us, chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the first session. Hi, Mogramoon. So you jump in while we're playing. And Cuppa Tiefling, great name,
That's a good one.
Oh, okay. It
Makes
took me
sense.
someone reading it out loud to.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome on in, Shaun of the Dead. What a great film. Shaun of the Dead is definitely the one to watch before Hot Fuzz. Chronological order. You gotta do it like that.
For
yeah,
sure.
Terpsy the Man has hopped on in as well. Oh, there was a hydrate there. I didn't even see that. Sorry, Terpsy.
There were
I will
two,
hydrate now.
actually.
I left to get a drink just for that.
Wait, I hydrated.
I'll use it to
and
finish
now
off
I am
my.
Indeed, needing to waterbend.
Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we're in our break time almost. Thanks for jumping in. Terpsy's got your session tomorrow, eh? Players going to finally discover what is under the trapdoor in the tavern they own. My bet was on a dead pirate with a treasure map, a la Goonies, but
Yeah.
apparently I'm wrong. It's also not a Rancor pit or a dead body.
Just a dead body.
It's guys, it's just a drow cult. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh,
It's just a cellar.
I love the idea of them having had this tavern for like weeks and be like, you guys hear that chanting coming from the basement? No idea what you're talking about. Hey, it's Curve. Curve's alive.
hey!
Welcome on in. You're just in time to have missed Lachlan almost dying. And now
It
he's
was
gone
pretty
because
close.
he's got a waterbend. So what we will do is we will quickly jump to our break time screen so that we can all join Lachlan in our relief of
Waterbend.
nature's calling. I need to grab a refill on my drink, and then we can jump back into part 2 where we find out what's behind the door with the hammer. Have they missed the meeting because
What's
they didn't want Klaus to
behind?
die? Or
Door number 1.
will they be in time to get some valuable information? Well, let's find out after this short break. See you very soon, guys. Hello, everybody.
So
Have you
anyway, demon
restocked?
succubi.
Hard smash. Hard smash.
Yeah, that new book that Wizard of the Coast are bringing out, which is the Succubi.
Yeah, the
Expansion.
Smash or Pass monster manual.
It's just pictures, man.
So-
There's no writing in it whatsoever.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
So I don't know what drinks you guys went and refilled with, but I'd just like to take a moment to read the ingredients list of this beer that I got.
Here we go.
This beer contains water, yeast, hops, malt, all looking pretty standard so far. Pretzels, proper potato crisps, riceys, mini marshmallows, tea, oats, organic hazelnut extract, raisins, toasted coconut, vanilla, coffee, and cacao nibs.
What the hell are you
Oh my
drinking?
god.
It is by
Are you
Garage
drinking-
Project, who we
It's like the
mentioned
whole
earlier.
snack table.
It's literally called Garbage Stout.
Garbage stout. I gotta try
The kitchen
that
sink
Dude,
in a
that-
can.
Dude,
Uh,
they've literally just gone, what can we put in this vat? Ah, whatever.
Just dump
Yeah.
it all in. So I don't know if you guys caught it earlier. We're going to a beer festival, some of us, tomorrow, and this brewer is one of the ones there, Garage Project. So I saw this in the craft beer section of the bottle shop, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I like a stout, especially on a nice wintry night, you know. And I was gonna have it the other day with dinner, but then I realized that this one can is 4 standard drinks, and I was like, maybe I should
Maybe not.
save that until a Friday night, not a school night. So
It's fucking rocket fuel.
it's actually pretty good if you like a very, very black stout. Look at it. And I'll tell you what,
Is
it
it
is.
absorbing the light? It's
Yeah, it's like, you know that complete black paint. It's that in a glass basically.
Sounds yummy.
And I was pouring it out, and the consistency, it's viscous. I'll tell you that. It's like syrupy.
oh, that's what I want from the beer.
But you know what?
Dude, that's what you want. That's
like it.
how you know it's a good stout. Now, I might be a dwarf, but I also love me a stout, alright?
Also,
like a nice viscous taint.
I don't know if
stout.
it has to be
I'm-
viscous. Like, I've been
I like a
drinking,
beer I
like-
can chew.
Yeah, I've had some like Guinness lately. And I'm just like, it just isn't thick enough.
Sorry, Beck, what you saying?
You had to wrestle it down.
I'm interrupting Terpsy the Man because no, rocket fuel is Bacardi 151. No, rocket fuel is Stro.
Stro.
It is so potent that when they sell it in Australia or anywhere, it needs to have a warning, potential cause of death label on it. It is 70% alcohol.
Is that like what's
That's
that white?
kinda
What's
fucked
that? What's
up.
that white spirit called? That's just damn near pure ethanol. I can't remember what it's called.
Everclear?
Everclear.
Well, I think Everclear's American. Stro is Austrian.
So they might be
Tom,
sort of same.
I once bought some alcohol which was called Rocket Fuel, and it sure tasted like it.
That's when you take your
Yeah.
poor quality and turn it into a marketing gimmick. That's some big brain
yeah, Tom
plays
loves
on the
this stuff.
marketing
That's how you
team
do
there.
it.
I think the strongest drink, besides just straight up spirits I've had, was the hand grenades they do in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Madness, those things. Delicious. Tastes like lolly water. And I have no idea how much booze is actually in them, but it's a lot. I'll tell you that. And apparently the recipe is a secret, and you can only buy them from 3 shops in the world, and they're all on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. But there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keith Insane, welcome on in.
Hello.
What a topic to join in. Yeah, we're in our mid game break, and we've all just refilled drinks, and so we got on the topic of.
I didn't. I'm still
was-
working on my original drink.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I'm pretty sure Stro is stronger than 70% because Bacardi 151 75% alcohol.
That or Bacardi is incredibly irresponsible, and they don't put a death warning label on their bottles.
No, they have
Yeah,
a highly...
Tom, do you have any?
So they
he
they
does,
don't
ladies
make
and
it
gentlemen.
anymore. But it used to have a highly flammable warning label.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
that's great.
Okay.
yeah, they have a flame stopper on it.
Stopper on it.
So,
Because we when we were dumb children,
no, I'm not drinking
18
it.
to 20 years old, we used to drink it, and that it kills you, right? It not fun. One of the dumbest things I've put in my body.
I like that
Hang
thing
on,
has.
I'll read it out.
I like that bottle
I'll
has
read it out.
dust on it because it's clearly been sitting there for
Tom
a
drinks a
while.
lot.
Yeah.
Tom's a varied drinker, all right? He doesn't drink the same thing all the time. So, high strength alcohol. Warning: rapid or excessive consumption can cause injury or death.
Yep. Because you know some
it is-
stupid teenagers are going to try and scull the bottle.
80 proof.
Yeah.
It
I
is
know
80
because
proof.
I was
Sorry,
a
no,
stupid
160
teenager.
proof.
That's
Yeah, it's 160 proof. It's 80% alcohol.
You can get a
60 proof.
60% version.
It's so insanely
If you
flammable.
for some reason like very flavor.
Also, it's just German on the back, so I'm gonna translate it and try and figure out what it says. So,
You're lucky.
it's
sir.
disgusting.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're correct. It was Austrian.
There you
Like,
go.
it smells like nail polish. Remember?
yeah.
I'm not sure if
don't.
I'm going to start with light beers and work my way up, or just go straight to the stout and then just stay in that
dude,
area and just
I-
do nothing else. But
Yeah, I worry there is going to be too much of a selection at Rothdown.
Yeah.
And
We'll just do what we did last time, and we just wander, and we're like, "Oh, this looks interesting."
no,
Stop,
because this
drink.
year
well, I
we've
mean,
had an
last time
entire
we
year to
went to the
prepare
Bacardi-
ourselves.
We went to the Bacardi booth and got Bacardi cocktails.
Can you hear them?
Oh,
I can hear Reese. He's real loud.
Oh wow.
Classic Reese.
I used to take Stro in a hip flask to parties.
He did.
animal.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
some
Do not-
dumb idiot named Bree drank half of it one time.
Just not an
We never
endorsement.
said she was smart.
All right, so you guys ready
Okay,
to
hang
open
on.
this
Hang on,
pork
I'm
kill us?
translating it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so you guys, I'm curious what you guys think you're going to find behind the portcullis before we get
It's,
there.
it's probably 3 rats in a trench coat. Like,
3 Chad rats just dancing in a trench coat. Special part, special part, special part.
Well, now it has to be that.
yeah. The guy's like, that's way better than what I
Way
had.
better than what I had.
starts erasing his book.
Back, Lachlan, you guys got
Okay.
any guesses for what's behind the portcullis?
A
Cult.
Well,
or Rancor pit. I mean, I'll also
It's
accept that.
it's a drow cult.
So hang on, I did translate what it says on the back. I'll read it out for you. For more than 185 years, Stroh 80 has given cakes, desserts, and other delicacies in Austrian cuisine their incomparable aroma. In winter, Stroh becomes an indispensable accompaniment to yogurt tea, punch, and other hot drinks. High-proof pleasure that warms the soul.
That's lovely.
So what it's saying there is do anything with it but drink it straight.
Pretty much. That's all I'm getting.
Please use it in cooking, not shot glasses. It's how that translates to me. Alright, gang, that's our banter out of the way so that we try not to get too distracted. We're gonna snap back to reality.
I didn't even get to talk
Snap
about
back to
that.
fantasy.
There goes gravity.
Snack back to fantasy.
Uh,
Oh, there's a rat I see.
Mom spaghetti.
Thanks, Reese.
Knees weak.
something mum spaghetti. The four of you are standing in front of a large portcullis with the hammer that you guys have come to associate with the Dark Arts hammer cult above it.
All right, gang. How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
I mean, after I got beat up pretty bad, not great.
No?
Not great.
Well,
But I'm sure it'll be fine.
listen, as much as it pains me to say this, I think, Rosie, you are obviously the best choice at taking the lead here. Everyone's got their black cloaks and, dangly amulets on.
That's definitely fair, Gabriel. Let's, no time like the present. Can I see anything around that helps me figure out if I can open the portcullis?
Give me a perception check, please, Rosie.
Happy
If
to.
you guess, you can just open a door.
Yeah, who does that?
20.
20. Well, that's a good roll. Give me 1 second, please.
I was expecting them to have to hack their way through it.
You guys are supposed to...
I did bring my son along, so.
My child.
You guys aren't supposed to look for reasonable solutions. You're supposed to do ridiculous things that are funny.
I mean, I essentially backflipped over a muck river, so apparently that was ridiculous.
That's it.
I mean, it was a little ridiculous.
I just need Kye to give me a wooden door. Just give me a wooden door. And I'll...
Bam! Rosie, you
Yeah.
see next to the portcullis a geared pulley that you assume is used for opening the door. With that roll of a 20, as you get close to the door, you also can hear not murmured, but you can hear muffled voices coming from within. You can tell by the cadence and the tone that it's in Gnomish, but that's not much of a surprise to you. You catch tones more than full words with this kind of muffled impact that you're getting. You think that one of the voices is Father Bruno's. Seems to carry the same kind of pacing that he had when he spoke to you. You also get a weird, almost recognizable sense from another voice that you don't quite pick up on, but you're not really sure. As I say, you can't really make out words. It's more tone and inflection that you're getting. You know your microphone's muted, don't you, Rosie?
I didn't know that, but I always said I need to figure out what an investigation can do. If I can investigate the sound of the voice that sounds almost familiar. I don't think I can, but I just, you can just hear one little bit of a song and you're just like, what does this sound like? What is it?
I'll tell you what, just make me, if you don't think you've got a skill that's specific, just give me a generic wisdom check.
Okay. That's a 9.
9. You're not sure it's familiar, but wrong. somehow. Kind of like hearing a favorite song played slightly out of tune. It's tickling the back of your brain, but you can't place it.
Kind of like Hamilton. Anyway. Alright, well, we're here for a reason. I walk up to the door switch, which is on the right or the left?
That's on the right.
Okay. And I flick the switch.
It's
Pull the
a
lever, Kronk.
It's a, I don't really know the word for it, to be honest. It's a chain looped around a spool, I suppose, that is geared with several handles so that it's lightly weighted. You find it quite easy to move the handles as you spin this.
So am I like, yeah, I'm spinning it to
Yeah.
wind it up? What is that, a crank?
Yeah. That's a better word than whatever I used. Handles. You start turning the crank.
Where's the map gone?
Yeah, sorry to intervene. The map is an issue.
No, that's okay.
Cool.
You guys see the portcullis raising very slowly as Rosie continues to ratchet this crank. It's obviously geared pretty intensely so that Rosie is able to lift this heavy oak portcullis on her own. As the portcullis raises, you can see that just beyond it is a wooden wall with a large wooden door built into it behind the portcullis itself that seems to have been built to the shape of the sewer. Like it looks like something that's been built in after the fact. Before long, Rosie's lifted the portcullis high enough that the four of you are comfortably able to walk beneath it.
Because it was something I couldn't really let go. A winch?
No, you can let go. As you're pulling it, it's like ratcheting.
No, I mean like I couldn't let go what it was supposed to be called. It's a winch.
Oh. Sure.
Anyway. We raised the portcullis.
The portcullis is raised. The four
With
of
the
you
winch.
are now able to walk beneath the winched open portcullis to this aftermarket wall and door.
Alright, here we go.
Let's do it.
Whee!
I just, as we're walking through, I quietly say to the boys, I'm like, they're talking in Gnomish, so be prepared.
I can talk to Gnomish.
Yeah, I'm just saying, be prepared to be understanding in Gnomish.
I'm sure
You know,
with a
like-
very bad accent, but I can speak Gnomish.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Rosie, I'm pretty sure all of us can speak Gnomish.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's an Okay, this is an out-of-world story, but I'll make it in-world. I was once walking into a tavern, and I was like, am I having a stroke? Why can't I understand what this person is saying? Oh, wait, it's because I can't hear very clearly because it's coming through some pager system, and they're speaking in another language. So, point is, you're not always prepared for people to be speaking a different language, and when you know that, you can be ready.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Thank you.
But we all speak Gnomish.
God damn it.
So you are. This is the next.
Hatred.
This is Dark Vision all over again. Everyone's got it, but Gabriel.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling very attacked just by off the choice of my, class and heritage here.
The four of you stand stacked up outside this wooden door.
Yep. Comprehend language is like a level 3 spell. That's well off.
That's later game stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
going in.
In we go. We head through the door and into the dark half church.
Rosie, you open the door, and immediately you are met by faint illumination, the first illumination you have seen other than Gabriel's since you entered the sewers. Taking a few steps forward, you find yourself in a large open area, far larger than any of the tunnels that you have taken so far.
Okay.
This is not good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Around the room, are several piles of flickering candles, and directly in front of you in a lowered center of the room is the embers of what must have been a fairly large fire glowing in a pit in the very center. Above that pit and on a level above the platform edge that you stand on is an enormous anvil that has, by some insane amount of force, been cracked down the middle and is resting one half directly next to the other with a small gap in between. In front of that anvil, with their back to you, is what you assume by stature is a gnome wearing a black cloak, with both hands on the anvil in front of them. Next to this figure stands someone that only Rosie would recognize by sight, which is Father Bruno. The father seems to be speaking directly to the hooded figure and gesturing at the anvil. And it's then that you realize that there is some object laid on the anvil in front of the cloaked figure. From this angle, it's hard to tell what it is, but it appears to be some long object that is laying across the length of this anvil. As you enter the room, two gnomes on the lower level standing near the pit of embers turn and see you enter. And as the door shuts behind you, Father Bruno looks down at the group of you entering. He finishes the sentences that he was speaking. As you come in, those of you who speak Gnomish heard the phrase, "And with the power of this blessed weapon, we will return gnome supremacy to these lands." And it's then that he turns and looks at the group of you. The hooded figure remains with his back to you, or their back to you, I should say. And Father Bruno looks down at the group of you who have entered. "Ah, Josephina Swift River. So glad you made it. I see you brought some friends with you."
Of course, Father. Like, we need all the help we can get.
I'm sure that you do need all the help that you can get, Rosie. Since our meeting today, I've had a very interesting conversation with a friend of mine. You did fail to mention when we spoke earlier that you had taken the King's Copper and joined Rolands Landing Polis Defence since you last showed your face in the underground. Any particular reason you left out that small detail?
Didn't seem relevant.
He's got you there.
Hang on, I'm crafting my words because I understand how I have 0 charisma and I am no longer playing a charisma-driven character. So, point is, I just dropped whatever facade I have of being here to join the cause. And I'm like, because Father Bruno, I assumed a man of the faith would be willing to help, and I just knew that the way that you guys are running this facade of whatever you want to call this religion would just work against us and just trying to destroy the city. So, you know what? I lied. Yeah, I lied. Just because I'm just trying to help in the best way I know how.
Disappointing, Rosie. Wrong
No,
answer.
you're disappointing.
No, you hang up.
No, you.
Is this where we like go Polis Defence, get on the ground now? Like,
Yeah.
Do we say the line?
I mean, Rosie, can you please roll for me? If I can bring up my thingamajig. That's the wrong thingamajig. can you please make a wisdom saving throw for me?
I'm just gonna go full tilt, I think.
Oh, jeez.
10.
10. As you go to deliver your next, your rebuttal to Father Bruno, you feel a tingle run up your spine, and as Father Bruno reaches his hand towards you and starts spouting some eldritch phrase, you find yourself completely unable to move as Hold Person is cast on you. The rest of you notice Rosie unnaturally tense up as the words that she was going to spout die in her mouth. Father Bruno looks down at the two gnomes standing on the lower level. Says, "Dispose of these watchmen. Our plan must continue." Can everyone roll me initiatives, please?
Well, oh no, I still roll initiative.
You still roll an initiative, yes.
Looks like it's time to go to work, boys.
Oh, damn. I got a 5, but it doesn't come up in the turn order, so...
You
gotta
rolled
click your character.
investigation.
The turn order does some weird things where it, like, keeps the previous rolls when it shouldn't.
Chris, you
but
rolled
also you-
investigation.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, might be.
Oh,
That'll be
good
why.
thing you didn't get a 5 because you rolled the wrong thing.
Oh, look at that, guys! I got a 19. Oh, I don't know what I
Heck
was
yeah.
doing.
Has Klaus
No,
rolled
it's
Because you
his
investigated
initiative?
first,
Yes,
you
so
were like sussing it out.
Klaus
Yeah,
16.1,
I'll take a 5 if you
Hadrig
want.
8, Gabriel 9, and I must have deleted Rosie's. Or it didn't work. Who knows? One of those things happened. Let's give some turns to some folks. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
This is rough.
Look,
So
if
is-
you guys had just avoided fighting the rats, alright, you'd be fine. But no, you guys and your rat killing
To be fair,
agenda.
You didn't give us much choice.
How dare you?
Yeah. I don't think there was another way that we could have gone around. You're gonna have another one.
Hope not.
That's a lot of guys.
Yeah,
I
I
count-
reckon we're
I
fucked.
count 5 guys.
Also, I see that none of them are human,
Burger and
they were
fries.
waiting for us. It wasn't even like some big like, hey, everyone come along and join Darkhearth. It's like, these guys are coming and we should definitely trap them.
Yeah,
This is an
probably.
ambush.
Yeah, no, we walked into a trap. That is
Oh, yeah.
100% accurate.
Now the question is, did Rosie know we were walking into a trap?
No, I didn't.
Do we need
That
to
would
add
be
more
Giga
strings to the
Yeah,
investigation board?
the chalkboard. Oh, the
Don't worry,
chalkboard,
guys. I stained my Hempen Road red so that you can use it.
Good.
Okay.
That would be a Giga Brain play.
Is now a good time to use the signal whistle? Get 'em, boys!
Alrighty. Gabriel, standing
Me
right
first,
behind
huh?
Rosie, you're the first to notice something's wrong as Father Bruno casts his magic. And as such, you are the first to react.
I want to shout something in Fusillan. It's kind of innocuous, so if you want to disconnect the others, then go ahead. But otherwise,
I'll mute
just-
myself.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I'm just gonna shout. So this revolution, it is no longer going ahead, I suppose.
Father
one-
Bruno's ears kind of seem to prick up as you say that, and he furrows his brow. And in Gnomish, he replies, which you don't understand because you don't speak Gnomish.
Yeah.
The rest of you, however, hear Father Bruno. They've all muted themselves.
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Everyone's good.
good.
Lachlan, come back, Lachlan.
I can't even unmute him because he's muted himself. There we go.
I'm back.
I
saw you guys like waving back, and I was like frantically trying to fix it. So.
You guys hear Gabriel say something in Facilin. Father Bruno in Gnomish
Do you want me to mute
says,
myself?
I don't speak.
Yeah.
I don't speak that ridiculous tongue.
I mean,
Gabriel,
Like,
unfortunately, doesn't understand it because
I'm completely locked up, and I just go, duh.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't speak Facilin.
So
There's
my,
no one higher than 3 feet in here. Nobody speaks Facilin.
Yeah, my understanding is that like it was worth a try, but obviously this is a trap and not a Fusilins invitational get together. So time to get into battle stance. I'm going to take out my longbow, and I'm going to aim it at Father Bruno. Have I heard his name been spoken
Yes.
yet by Rosie? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to say to him in common, Bruno, release her now.
unfortunately sacrifices must be made.
God damn it.
Well, that's one thing I can agree on, and I'm going to let loose my arrow.
Sick.
Yaha! And that is a
A natural 20. Let's go.
I've got you in my sights. So,
Thanks, Matt
2d8.
Gabriel, I can see now. You guys are fucked.
Yeah, thanks for turning the lights on. Okay, well, not great, but it's at least 11 damage.
11. That's not bad at all. Your quick-fired arrow flies straight through the air and clips Father Bruno's side. He grabs it and curses in Gnomish.
And I'm like, what?
What? What did you say? Well, I've got too many windows open.
Can I ask a quick question?
Certainly.
Does the spell that Father Bruno cast on Rosie, does that require concentration?
Do you have that one skill?
Do you want me to look up the spell?
Arcana?
Arcana, that's what I wanted to ask. Sorry, do you have Arcana?
No, I'm asking as a, because if it requires concentration, you need to make a concentration check to maintain the spell on Rosie.
It is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Yes. When does he need to make that check on his turn?
So whenever you take damage while you are concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution
gotcha.
saving throw to maintain your concentration. The
When he takes
DC
damage,
equals
right.
10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Gotcha. So it's 10 then, and it's a Constitution roll. Did you say?
Yeah.
Let's go. 15. So
Yeah,
he
damn.
does maintain concentration. Thanks for that call out.
It's alright.
I did read that too because I was like, make sure I get my concentration
Yeah.
spells right.
That's-
Making sure I don't double
yeah.
up. Yeah.
It's just
Thank you for
a
that.
lot of spells that I have require concentration. So
Yep. Could everybody please give me a perception check?
I'm calling
Sure.
it.
Can I be an
Certainly, sir.
asshole and go back and pretend that I used a move action as well?
Sure. We haven't moved on to
Sorry,
the
that's
next turn.
Take the corner of the room.
Yep.
And Perceptione.
That's 21.
5.
So Rosie's the only one who notices, perhaps because she can't pull her eyes away from that direction currently. You notice
Trail.
a sort of scuffling movement behind Father Bruno and the cloaked figure, but you can't tell exactly who or what, just that something has moved.
It's more rats.
Dude, it's Timmy. Or whatever the fuck that guy's name was.
Oh, the
there.
plot twist.
Yeah, something moves. Something's moved behind them.
Dude, he came here to bring the weapon.
The first,
They're gonna use it on us. Just gun us down.
the first of the two gnomes at the base reacts, pulling a short sword. He crosses the distance here, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Ah, good. It's Hydra.
To face Hadrian.
Yeah.
Klaus is standing at the back.
What's it like being in the back, Klaus?
Come on, Hadrian, one shot him.
A lot better.
Yes!
As the gnome comes running up the stairs, he's still like a stair down. So not only are you several feet taller, he's also a step below you. And as such, misses horribly because you have the high ground. And you can have an attack of opportunity there if you would like,
Hell
Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabriel or Hadrian?
Sorry, Hadrian.
Yeah, alright. I'll
One shot him.
swing
your
back
big
with
stick?
swing back with my halberd.
Oh.
12?
12. That hovered on the one there for a second as well.
Yeah.
That was very close. A 12 is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine.
Good try.
You try to pay him back in kind, but unfortunately the halberd's a bit long and he's a bit close, and you just weren't quite ready for it.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Cry.
Let me just quickly go. Forgot to put in there HP for me to track. Klaus, you're up.
Alrighty.
Rosie appears frozen in place currently. And a gnome has just rushed Hadrian there, exchanging misses.
Alright, I'm going to step to the left here.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to use Sacred Flame at Father over here.
Father Bruno.
Father Bruno. And he
Quit
has to make
shooting
a
stuff
DC
over my head.
13 save.
He's trying to beat 13
13.
on a dex.
On a dex.
That is a fail.
Excellent. He takes 5 radiant damage.
5 radiant damage, alright.
Hell yeah.
And the concentration
Excellent.
check.
And a concentration check, thank you.
Constitution.
Which he succeeds.
He's good at this.
However, the 5 radiant damage, you can see a glimmer of holy energy, sort of this aura around him that makes him easier to hit next time. Is that the right one? Or is
No,
that
that's the other one.
That's Gilded.
They sound too. I don't know. I know they don't have the same name or anything.
They do. So
But,
Sacred
like-
Flame is a flame-like radiance, and Guiding Bolt is a flash of light.
So they sound nothing alike, but they're both like these wholly ranged things that my brain is getting
Yeah.
confused.
That's fair. They're just
So,
light.
no worries.
Just
Damn clerics.
Laser guns. Let's go. The hooded figure lunges forward and picks up the thing laying on the anvil and spins to face the 4 of you, raising the end of a long tube at you as he does.
No.
Okay.
This to you guys appears to be the object that you saw the drawings of in the workshop that you raided. Seeing it in person, you can make out a few more details. This long metal tube appears to be attached to a cannibalized stock and back end of a crossbow, including the trigger.
Oh, no.
And you can see faint blue light sparking from 6 of the bourgeois jars that are attached to the side.
Oh shit, we're gonna get zapped, bro.
Yeah, we're
We're
getting.
gonna use that hard.
As the end of this
That-
device swings up towards the group of you, Father Bruno puts a hand out and lowers the end of what you can only assume is a weapon, and says in Gnomish, "No, the sacred weapon must be saved. Save it and save yourself. Get out of here."
God. Thanks, Bruno. Doing us a solid.
No, because we don't know who those gnomes are that have the weapon. Gabriel, come on.
Did you want to get fried alive?
Because the hooded figure has turned towards us, are we able to see who they are?
So that's the next thing. Everyone give me a perception check, please.
Nice.
18.
Gabriel, Hadrig, and Klaus, it's a gnome man, fairly nondescript. You can't make out much beneath this fairly deep hood. Rosie, for a moment, you appear to get the same impression from the person. But as Father Bruno puts his hand out to lower the barrel of the weapon, the person in the cloak turns his head slightly to look at Father Bruno. And it's
Goddamn Timmy.
in that moment that you recognize Buzz Knudsen, your former partner in crime.
Oh.
That
Bombshell.
was equally as shocking, to be fair.
But
Wow.
For reference, I'm not saying anything because
Yeah.
I'm still landlocked.
True, that is true.
But
out of
whole
character.
person, does that stop you from talking?
Yeah.
I'm going to say
I would
yes.
Your mouth is part of you, right?
However, if you
Rosie's
go back,
basically paralyzed.
I can't remember exactly where it is in the video, but you can see the exact moment I realized it was going to be Buzz. Not warned about this, by the way.
I wasn't watching the cameras because I've got the map open, so I look forward to seeing that.
That is nuts.
This man, now recognized by Rosie as Buzz, seems to take Father Bruno's command on board, vaults the anvil, and runs back towards the back of the room and out of sight because of the elevation of the platform that they're on. And you can't see what he does next. From there we go to Father Bruno. From where he is standing... Nope, that's a concentration spell. It doesn't do that one.
This is wild.
Father Bruno points at you, Hadrig, and with this far deeper, more booming voice than you've heard from him before, he points at you and commands, "Kneel."
Oh no.
Make
Actually,
me
it's Hadrig.
Sorry.
Actually, it's
Speak
Adrian.
stupid.
My name's Adrian.
Wasn't a good joke, don't worry.
I like
Oh,
it.
now I
I
get
like
it.
the joke, Chris. I got it.
I know.
Oh,
that-
I was
man.
like, did I say Gabriel again instead of Hadrig?
Dude, where we're going, we don't need good jokes.
Make me a wisdom saving throw,
Make a wisdom saving throw.
please, Hadrig. Yes, as Father Bruno casts command on you.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh,
Before you even
no.
realize what's happened, you drop to your knees, bringing you basically eye level with the gnome that's running up the stairs.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean Rosie's no longer held person?
No, because that's not a concentration spell. The second gnome down the bottom starts running around the outside towards Gabriel with just enough movement to make it. Again, as he does so, he pulls a short sword from his belt and swings it in your general direction. Let's see how close he gets. 13.
My AC is 14.
Ooh, narrow miss. You managed
That was
to
close.
jump backwards just in time to avoid the blow.
Hell yeah.
Oh, pardon me. Hadrig, your turn is spent dropping to your knees, which I believe takes your turn.
just command, just take my entire turn.
The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's my turn then.
so I assume that, yeah, it pretty much takes your turn, dropping to your knees. Rosie, you get to make a save on your turn to try a wisdom save to try and break the hold person.
Let's do this.
Come on, Rosie.
Bold tilt, corner to corner, baby.
Don't let. Oh,
Stop going full tilt. It doesn't work.
this is so rough.
4 is definitely a fail, I'm afraid. And despite the turmoil inside, you aren't able to break the spell. Gabriel.
Yeah.
I'm just too distracted, guys. I'm too upset.
The gnome on the left-hand
Gabriel,
side
shoot Father Bruno.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
has quickly closed the distance and has rushed you, blade in hand.
Ugh. Like, archery in close quarters is never good. Hey, Klaus, do you think we should just run? Let these guys be
Just leave it?
sacrificed.
Bruh!
Yeah. Besides the fact that I have a string board against you, probably not.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. All right.
I trust Hadric way more than I trust you.
Klaus, are you able to take out the father?
I'll try. I'll
Okay.
try my best, man.
All right, I'll keep you safe. So I'm going to drop my longbow and take out instead my rapier, and I'm going to attack the gnome right in front of me.
Yep.
And that is a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
I'm getting some good rolls tonight. So a D8.
At least someone is.
Yeah.
All right, someone
worry,
I thought
guys.
was dead isn't dead. Can I be given a little bit of slack?
Yeah, true. 4 damage.
4 damage.
And then I'm going to make use of my Fighter's Action Surge class ability.
Action surge. Let's go.
Because I have had a short rest, so basically I give myself an extra action, and I can do that once per rest. So I'll attack him again with the rapier, the old
Hoo-hah!
Nice.
and that is a 9 to hit.
9's a miss, unfortunately. Recoiling in pain from the first skewering with your rapier, unfortunately he has just scurried backwards enough that your second blow falls short.
All good.
Sorry.
The gnome in front of you, Hadrig, takes advantage of your inopportune stance, let's say, and takes a swing at you with advantage.
Sure.
Nah, I'm just too grousy.
So that's a 16 to hit.
Our armor class is 17, brother.
Oh, even with advantage, you
bro.
can't quite pull it off. The blow actually connects and has some force behind it, but luckily your armor catches it, and you're saved from any lethal damage.
Paladins, man, they have it all.
Yeah, man.
Klaus,
Have it
it's
all.
your turn. Rosie is still frozen in place in front of you, and has Hadric defected? He's just fallen to his knees. What's going on?
Oh, we
my
add him to the
God.
corkboard. Everyone's an enemy.
Everyone's sus.
My head explodes. I am going to use Sacred Flame again on Father Bruno. Come at me.
Burn him.
DC 13 dexterity, is it?
Dexterity. If I can find the button. There it is. Ooh, that's a fail.
Oh,
He takes 2 damage.
2 damage.
But he has to make a concentration. He has to make a concentration and beat 10.
that'd be worth it if he fails this.
Worth it.
Constitution roll. Trying to beat 10. Ooh, 10. Does meet it beat it?
Meets it. Yeah.
Damn it!
God,
So close.
so close.
Guys, I'm feeling real
numbers game.
stiff right now.
We're working on it.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working
You're
on
like,
it.
your eyes look over to Hadrig and he's like fucking praying to Gelf Darkheart. Working on it, man.
Sorry. Father Bruno seems to lock eyes with you, Klaus. He raises a hand and says in common, 2 can play at that game. And casts Sacred Flame.
Oh.
Fuck that game.
Back at you. You may even take a DC 14.
Dude, his
dexterity
Sacred
save,
Flame
please.
is bigger than your
Good
Sacred
thing.
Flame.
My dexterity is absolutely phenomenal. It's an 8.
That is 3 damage. You feel a wash of almost damp cold over you. It feels like you've been sort of like buried in mud and wet dirt for a moment. You sort of shiver as the feeling recedes.
This is very unfortunate.
Gabriel, the gnome facing you that you've just punctured, snarls. Something in Gnomish, you guys don't, or you don't understand it. The others hear him say, "We are his hammer," in Gnomish, as he lunges, throwing himself at you. And misses terribly.
Parry.
The muscles that he needs to swing his sword have got holes in them.
That's a good description.
He's slow and you manage to block the blow quite easily. Hadrig, you shake your head. Why are you on your knees?
Bro, I'm in prime position. I'm kneeling down on one knee. My head is down, and I raise it, and I go, by the power of Ilmatar, I bless my party, and I cast Bless.
Hell yeah.
So you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range, which is 30 feet.
Yep,
So
that's
that is
everybody.
going to be, Gabriel, Rosie, and Klaus, just to clarify.
Oh, okay, you sure?
Yes. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled on the attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is
It's a
that a
concentration spell, and it lasts for a minute. So, the tank is gonna get hit. Make use of it before it goes.
Nice. Well done,
Excellent.
Hadrig.
That brings us to Rosie's turn. Rosie, come on, shake it off. You can do it.
Okay, so I'm doing a wisdom throw and I'm adding a d4 to it.
Yes.
Cool. Just pulling back from full tilt a little bit, alright? It's
Oh.
a 19.
Hey.
You didn't even need the extra D4. You just needed to believe in yourself.
Just shook it off. I was shook it off.
The confusion and shock of seeing Buzz not only alive but here sort of takes a back seat to realizing that you and your friends are in a pretty serious amount of danger, and this allows you to focus all of your willpower to fight against this spell that's been holding you still, and you find yourself back able to move.
Does that take an action?
I don't think so. I'm gonna say no.
Alright.
All right.
Yep.
I pull
Alright.
out my sword.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I pull out my sword and I go to attack the gnome in front of Hadrig.
Do it.
What, like here?
No.
Okay.
Just sneaks.
So I sort of walk down the steps a little bit because I don't want the high ground. I might miss. So I walk down the steps a little bit to be on his right side and I flank, which is also going to give me
Not quite.
attack.
Flanking would be if you stand with him directly in between yourself and Hadrian.
I've learned bad things about flanking. Can I move here?
Yes, you can.
Cool. So I'm up here, regain control of myself. I go, and I quickly run around behind him.
Yep. Your first few steps are sort of slow as you overcome the spell, but you quickly make your way down the stairs and behind him before he realizes that you've regained movement.
And with my short swords drawn, stab. I do a stab.
Do a stab.
Little stab. Hang on. There's a couple of extra dice in play here. I'll start with my D20.
Yep.
Yeah, do your attack first, and then.
Yeah. Do my attack first. It's a lot to deal with. Made my window so small so I can see the map. Okay. All right. I'm great at D&D, guys. I'm a professional.
No, we're all
16.
professional D&D
16
players.
is a hit. You don't even need that extra
right.
D4 again. So now you get to roll your damage and add a D6 because it's sneak attack because you're flanking.
And
Yes.
a D4 because of bless?
No. It's only the attack.
That's on the
roll.
attack roll.
Damn
Yep.
it.
Okay.
That's fine. So this will be 2d6. Plus 3 makes it a 9.
Nice.
Pretty good.
With the gnome's primary attention still on Hadrig, you manage to take the time, plan your strike, and plant your sword in the vulnerable spot below the man's ribs. He recoils in pain, clutching at the wound. It looks like you've done some pretty serious damage.
I'm all about making sure those insides come out.
Mm-hmm. Turn the man inside out.
That's the way to do it.
Jeez.
Gabriel, you're
All
up.
right, it's slashing time. I roll to attack with
I
my
think that's how you
rapier
use rapier.
against
I
this,
think
this
stab.
young guy. Oh yes, Stabberino. So with an extra D4 from... Oh, well, 16 on the die.
16, you don't need the extra D4. That's a hit.
Sorry, I'll be
Well done, Hadrig. It's all coming together.
I'm helping!
Look, I'm telling you, man, all you had to do was give them faith to believe in
Yeah,
themselves.
The inspiration.
In
And-
character, they don't know that the bless isn't helping.
Ooh,
Oh!
that's 11 damage.
Oh!
Nice.
That's a incredibly well-aimed strike, piercing the gnome's heart,
Ooh. That
killing
was the
him
bless that helped me get
instantly. He just
Until the
slumps
exact moment his heart breaks.
to the ground. No chance for final words. He just slumps to the ground.
Gabriel just goes, I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Eh.
Yeah.
That's
Put
what
him
I
back on the,
call heartburn.
map guy. You can give him like single.
I mean, I could, but he's gone now.
He's deleted.
He's
deleted
gone.
out of existence.
Yeah.
He has
That's
been
right.
purged
Yeah.
from the universe.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Cartier.
Oh,
Rosie, the
man.
gnome that you've been squaring up, or not even squaring up against, that you so rudely sneak attacked, realizes that he's surrounded on both sides and takes a step to be out of the sandwich of Rosie and Hadri, and then turns and lashes wildly at you with his sword.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh no! Not 20.
There's
Let's
just
go.
nothing I can do. Like, if he does that, there's nothing I could do.
Yikes.
And that is 9 damage as his
So much damage.
barely even aimed blow, he just slashes out in pain, cutting a deep slash across your chest.
All right.
What's your max? What's your max, Rosie?
11.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
I was like, I thought mine was low, but I was like, maybe because you're a rogue gnome. I was like, you surely have not.
Yes, I did. Not gonna lie, because I'm fairly sure I rolled my first set of HP, which was why I took the average on the level up.
Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
your first is full.
You're seeing and hearing quite a lot of pain going on just below you, Klaus.
I may have
Yeah.
fixed that.
All right. I rub my hands together and preserve life. And I'm
Hey.
gonna give Rosie 5 and myself 5.
Nice. You want to just read out the effects of that?
Yeah, put it in there.
So we're all on the
Alright,
same page?
here we are. At second level, you can use your channel divinity to heal the badly injured. As an action, you preserve your holy symbol, or you present your holy symbol and invoke healing energy. that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level.
Nice.
Choose any creatures within 30 feet and divide those hit points among them.
Very nice.
Hey.
Rosie, you feel a warm glow as the deep pain in your chest quickly recedes.
What about the emotional pain?
Oh no, that's still there.
Emotional damage.
That's worse. If anything.
Emotional damage.
Hey, at least we know who we have to hunt down.
No.
Father Bruno.
I know who we need to hunt down. You don't know shit.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
That's true.
You couldn't
I'll be
even
back
gauge
and
Rosie's
drinking
reaction
dicks.
because she was frozen in place.
That's true. I know nothing.
As I'm just killing these people, I'm just like sobbing hysterically.
Father Bruno, seeing that his spell has been broken on Rosie, curses under his breath and takes 2 steps backwards where you lose sight of him because of the perspective of where he's standing.
Coward.
Hadrig, you're up. You're still on one knee after
Yep.
being commanded to kneel. And you can see that Rosie has done some serious damage to the gnome at your feet.
I'm gonna stand up and then run to this spot. And as I'm running, I'm gonna swing my halberd, similar to how you would swing a golf club. And make an attack against the gnome.
Is it lethal or non-lethal if you're just aiming for his ankles?
I'm slashing at him.
As you maneuver to put this gnome between yourself and Rosie again, you swing underhanded at the gnome standing on the stairs. Give us that sweet attack roll.
18.
Oh my god.
18.
Adrian.
That's a hit. You don't need your advantage or your d4.
You're
Yoo!
on a killing spree today.
Well, I mean, I would like to see if I can get a crit.
Sure.
Does Hadrian
don't-
get
I
does
don't think
Hadrian get the D4? No.
I don't get the D4.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
because it's 3 other creatures.
Yep.
I deal 11 slashing damage.
Oh no.
God damn.
As you step and bring the blade of your halberd down, you have to hold the shaft sort of halfway so that you're not swinging with so you're not hitting the floor as you swing. The blade hits this gnome directly in the forehead at a vertical angle. You can feel a crack as his skull splits and his eyes roll back in his head. And you have to kind of give your halberd a yank to dislodge it as he crumples in a heap at the bottom of the stairs.
Ooh.
Fucking hell.
Right.
So I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Not even breaking stride. You take this monster of a swing and then just keep moving.
Just
Amazing.
the Terminator, man. Like,
Rosie, you can't currently see any of the combatants. The 2 that were down fighting you guys hand to hand have both dropped, and you've lost sight of Father Bruno when you move back towards the back of the room.
So after seeing a man's brains just I don't even know how, just fall out of his skull. Just out they go on the floor.
Oh.
Starting at 2nd level, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. So I'm like, this is it. This part is done. I turn around and I run back to where Father Bruno was standing. Now, everyone remind me, because again, I'm a professional and I just want the chat to know what's dash again.
so
Is that
that's
like
it's a move, right? So you
yeah,
have
but
move.
it's not like a special move.
No, it's just an additional
When you take the
move.
dash action, you gain extra movement for the current turn. The increase equals your speed after applying any modifiers. With the speed of 30 feet, for example, you can move up to 60 feet on your turn if you dash.
Yeah. So it's basically instead of making an attack action, you make a dash action, which lets you move twice in total.
Yeah.
Cool. So I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That'd be 30 because that was 2 diagonals.
Okay.
So that's a total of 30 where you are.
So if I go back here, that's 1 movement action.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
As you come around that corner, you can see, you can make out where Father Bruno's standing. You can only kind of see half of his head because of the angle of the platform that he's on. But you do see that he is standing in that location.
Considering that's 1 move action and knowing where he is, I want to run up to try and intercept him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep. As you get closer and up the stairs to bring yourself to the same level as Father Bruno, you can see he is now wielding a warhammer, and it seems to be glowing with some sort of magical fire as he pulls his hand away as though he's just finished casting some sort of spell on it.
Good.
This guy's dying. He is not leaving here alive.
We may have been asking about what happened to Father Kieran. We won't be wondering about Father Bruno. No.
That's the end of your turn, Rosie, as you have sprinted your way up. Gabriel, you look to your left and right.
Have cunning action, which gives me action.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, if you've got another action.
Do it. You know you want to.
I don't think I actually have the ability actions to pull out my bow, because I'm still holding my sword, so I'd have to, like, drop my sword and pull out my bow to attempt to shoot him, and even then I'd probably be better off just readying myself for an attack.
Yeah, so what do you have a limit on what you can do as your cunning action?
Yes, so my cunning action, starting at 2nd level, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take dash, disengage, or hide. So technically I did 1 move action.
Okay, so you
and
had
then
your
I used
dash, which was your bonus action,
Yeah.
and so you still got
so
a
then-
standard action remaining.
However, I don't think with that standard action I want to drop my sword to then pull out a bow to then have to try and pick up my sword again. So I'm going to ready myself for an attack.
That does sound like a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Cool, no worries. You plant your feet and make sure that you've got a firm grip on your sword as Father Bruno looks at you, pulling his eyes away from his warhammer. Klaus, Rosie has just sprinted up the stairs, charging towards Father Bruno's last known location. And Hadrian seems to be making his way that direction as well. Gabriel stands to your left, and you don't see any immediate threats.
Alright, I'm going to make a dash as well.
Mhm.
We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And that will be my turn.
Yep. So from where you're standing, again, you now can see Father Bruno's location, but you can't see him from, like, the neck down.
Yep.
Which brings us to Father Bruno's turn. He looks at you, Rosie, and shakes his head as though he's not mad, just disappointed.
Disappointed dad.
And steps towards you, brandishing the warhammer as if to bring it down. You have readied an attack action, though, and you can take
Hooray.
that before his blow comes your way.
So with my knowledge of Warhammers, he's going to be swinging down. So being ready, I attempt to intercept by swinging up into his ribcage.
Yeah. Good plan.
Still blessed, by the way.
Excellent.
Good call.
Radical. That's 23.
You don't need it.
No one has needed it so far.
It's because we've been blessed.
Yeah,
That's it. It's already added.
it's already happening at a divine level. That is definitely a hit. Rosie, go ahead and roll damage.
Blessed doesn't give us advantage, it just gives us an additional. Yeah, that's fine.
It's an
So,
additional 4.
just 1d6 plus I'm salsa. That is 7.
7.
Right into the...
Nice. You do manage to get under his blow as he raises his arms above his head with the hammer and slash across his chest and rib cage with a reasonable blow that is going to leave a mark if he has time to heal. But what are the odds of that?
I don't think he's making out of here alive.
The momentum of his swing, however, carries through.
Yeah, that's a hit.
21.
Oh.
That's definitely... That's a hit. That's... Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
That's wrong. Oh, I'll be heading out.
Oh no.
Fail.
Which does 7 damage, Rosie, as this solid warhammer comes down on your head. Does that
Well, I'm gonna just head out. Yeah.
Glad I healed you.
Yeah,
I was
bonk.
Time to have a nap.
I was on 7, so I am now down to
0.
exactly 0.
So the last thing you see is your blade slicing across his chest, and then you don't even feel the blow, it's just lights out.
Bunk.
Oh,
I got
no.
bunked.
Hadrig, unfortunately you don't
Oh,
see
man.
any of this. You can hear the sounds of combat, but beyond that you're not sure what's going on upstairs.
This is wrong.
5, 15,
Please do not come for me next. I swear to God.
20,
I mean, he can only see you right now, I'm just putting that
I
out there.
know.
25.
I know.
That's right, Hadrig's coming to
30.
take the aggro.
I'm coming. Alright,
Dude,
so...
throw your halberd.
What's a halberd if not a spear, just built slightly differently?
Yeah, with an extra blade on it.
Far less aerodynamics.
Give me 2 seconds.
It's Kye, it won't be in the air for long, it'll be in his chest soon, right?
That's the one.
Fuck, it's concentration. Alright, so I get onto the stairs. And then I'm gonna, as an action, I'm gonna dodge. In case he comes near me.
What does it give you? Extra AC?
So dodge means if he makes an attack against me, he would have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So you bring yourself to the foot of the stairs,
Yep.
and then seeing Rosie slumped on the floor, you think to yourself, what if that's me next? And position yourself ready
Valid question.
to bounce out of the way. Rosie, you are currently unconscious. Can you please make me a death save?
Oh no.
I was already ready. I've had my dice
Whammies,
open
no
this whole
whammies,
time.
no whammies.
Does Bless affect this in any way?
No, not
Nope.
at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. 11.
11, that's a success.
Pretty good.
Is one succeeded death save.
Okay. So I've just made a little mark on succeed.
Nice. Gabriel, you're pretty ignorant to what's going on. You've seen both Klaus and Hadrig sprint towards the top of the stairs. You can see Hadrig appearing to ready himself for some blows coming his way. But that's about
Right.
all you can see from your position.
Okay. The door next to me from which we came in, is that still open?
I mean, I assumed you closed it behind you, but maybe not. It could still be open.
Pretty sure
okay.
you said at the start of combat the door closed behind us.
Oh yeah, like in Legend of Zelda.
It's on an automatic hinge.
I'm gonna pick up my bow and stash my rapier away, move over to the door. I'm gonna make sure it's closed, and then if there's like a door bar or a lock or something, I'm gonna make sure it's closed and locked.
Yep.
No way in. No
No
way
way.
out.
No escape.
No escape. And
Sure.
then
You,
Except for that
Bow
one
and
gnome
arrow.
that already escaped, but we're not worrying about that one.
Yeah.
You slam.
I'm not in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
with me.
You slam 2 deadbolts across, and are pretty confident that no one's coming in without making a hell of a racket.
Cool. And then I shall get ready with my bow and arrow.
I assume if you see Father Bruno, you'll take a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can't see Father Bruno from where he is, can he?
No, unfortunately not.
Too far away.
That's it.
Klaus, we go to you. You are a mere 5 feet away from Father Bruno. He has seen you coming as he's facing that direction where he's just dropped Rosie to the ground. And as she collapses, he does look your way as you approach.
Sacred Flame.
It was a hard choice there.
Look, you could just flee, right?
You could.
Hey, I can flee after this.
Leave Rosie to her fate. It's a fail. He takes 3 radiant damage from the blast as you channel Ilmater.
Klaus has been doing some hits on him, right? Like,
You can see this
Some hits.
orange flame wash over him for a moment, which he shakes it as it clearly does some damage. He pants heavily and says to
I would then
himself,
like to-
more than to you under his breath, his hammer, as though he's kind of trying to hype himself up.
Cool. I would then like to move back over here.
smart.
Bye!
Get out of there.
So if I draw him this way, then at least Gabriel can take a shot at him.
Yeah, lure him over.
Recoiling from the blow that you have dealt him, Klaus, he looks and sees that Hadrig is the nearer and greater threat, as the chonky orc heads his way.
Half orc.
Sorry, my mistake, half orc.
Yeah. Just get it
Uh,
right next time, mate.
wielding the flaming hammer, he brings it down in your direction, and I believe he's rolling with disadvantage because you are dodging. I should have just used the built-in one over here, but that's okay. So that's a 15.
AC 17.
So a clear miss.
Hey, come on.
Drew on my head.
Not me. I would never.
She's like,
God.
I'm unconscious, so I'm just gonna start drawing.
I forgot to turn off players can draw. Rookie mistake.
Your big mistake.
Hadrig,
Let me see if I can fix it.
it's your
Alrighty.
turn.
And the Harry Potter scar on the anvil.
Not split in two.
I was trying to fix it.
I'm gonna swing back with my halberd.
Solid plan. The halberd hasn't done you wrong so far.
15.
Ooh, a 15 is a
Does
hit.
Oh!
Is your bless over? Oh no.
He
Okay.
never blessed himself.
Okay.
And that is.
Min damage.
4 slashing damage.
He had 3 hit points left.
Yes!
Yes! Thank goodness.
As he
God
raises
damn.
this flaming warhammer, swings and misses, you take the opening. Even though he's got the high ground, you're standing almost eye to eye with him. And you look him dead in the eyes as you bring your halberd up into his stomach, wrench it through, and he looks down, sort of surprised at what's happened, as if he can't believe it. And then he drops to his knees and collapses on the stone floor.
Bloody good work, Hadrig.
Oh,
Hey, bloody good work.
I did it. We should probably go help Rosie.
Yeah, I run over to Rosie.
Wee woo.
Slide
wee
in.
Woo, wee woo.
It's the wambulance.
But we're going to save the medical attention and the searching and the further consequences of your actions next time because we run overtime for the second time tonight. And we have been neglecting chat, and they've been popping off, and I haven't been able to read any of it because I've had the map full screen covering chat and everything. So thank you for bearing with us, chat. Big thank you to Fat and Cyclical, Phoenix at War, and Pixelated Bunny for the follows. Much love, thank you very much. There's a character in this campaign called Bunny. She runs a food van and sells bunny snags, which are some sausages in a bun.
They're delicious.
They are delicious, as Chris / Gabriel will attest, because he's eaten more of them than anybody else, I think.
It actually turns out that all of Gabriel's secret adventures have just been finding Bunny's sausage cart.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing at night. He's going for a midnight snack. Hello as well to Shiny Nightmare N2. Miss playing D&D with my friends. They're not interested in it anymore. Hey, it's a cycle thing. I come around. Otherwise, you can try some other systems, maybe. Call of Cthulhu. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to start over. Theater Stud just got here.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
We start.
All right. So
session-
you guys are facing Rat Chad again.
Rat chat.
That's it. I'm not. No, sorry, Steven. We're not doing that again.
So to sum up the session, just very quickly, you guys finished your combat with a group of crazy rats. Keith, insane, have to go now. It's been awesome stumbling across the channel. Thank you so much, Keith. Thank you for hanging
Thanks
out
for
with us. I
joining
hope you
us.
enjoyed.
Thanks for hanging out.
If you want to catch up, feel free to head to our YouTube. We've got all the previous episodes if you want to catch up between now and then. Thank you for the follow. We hope to see you next time for the next session. Thank you for the kind words. Stephen, they fought some rats. One of them was a rat Chad. He was jacked. He'd been getting into all those protein powder supplies, and he was commanding a swarm of rats and several giant rats, which almost killed Lachlan. This close.
It was
Close.
very close. Very close.
Thank you, Pixelated Bunny. Thank you again for the follow and for jumping on in. Hope you enjoyed. This was one of the more combat-heavy sessions we've had. Usually we lean a little bit more towards the roleplay side of things, but things come to a head sometimes, you know? You've got bosses to fight, and you gotta do what you gotta do.
You still managed to bring some story in there, Kye, didn't you?
Oh,
Didn't you
yeah,
just-
we had some more backstory come in. Oh, a little bit of a name drop there.
A little bit of a name drop. Although I will say this, the Buzznuts and I Know and Love from my original campaign, of which this character is based, was not evil in the slightest. So.
Well,
Hey,
something
your backstory
has-
made him a thief and a
Yeah.
criminal.
I know. Look, I'm taking the blame for this. It's my fault because I didn't go through and explain it. Like, it's fine. Like, this is a completely different story. It's two different universes, two different storylines. You've chosen to do with Buzz what you've chosen to do with Buds. But just know that original
Look.
Buzz Nutson would be shocked like a Southern belle at how they have become
you
to
might-
be portrayed.
You might have to dig into why he's doing what he's doing. Stephen, Reese did that to us last session and scarred Chris for life, literally. So,
It was not fun doing that.
yeah, not pleasant.
I actually apologized to Chris the next day when I rocked up to the set. I was like, Chris, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was going to affect you that badly.
I just went into a trance and was like, yeah, it's okay, man.
Yeah.
It was like
I was
seeing
there, man.
the King in Yellow or something. Just
Yeah.
a moment of utter.
It was like,
Incomprehension.
seeing beyond the void.
Yeah. So from one big combat with a bunch of rats to another with Father Bruno, who was a cleric of Gelf Darkarth, for those of you interested, and a couple of his cronies.
I love killing
And,
cronies.
we mopped the floor with them.
And you did. You had an easier time with the caster
We did.
than you did with some rats.
Except poor Rosie. She got like one kill and then stood still for half the battle and then died
true.
for the other half.
That is true.
So I have written in my notebook, buy healing potions.
Good call.
Do you have any potions?
Honestly,
I gave you guys funds, and you spent it on portable rams and poison instead of healing potions. I don't know, man.
We're yet to
It's
see
your-
the ram, Hadric. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, I need a door.
Yeah, well, the door wasn't locked. You got to just walk in.
Look, mine was just plain forgetfulness. I just completely forgot about healing potions. I was like, we need cloaks, we need to organize a fake amulet, we need to, like, do this, that, and the other thing, so...
Terps the man, I haven't heard of the Bagman, but considering this seems to be bouncing off of the Rat King thing, I don't know if I want to.
No.
I'm good.
I have heard the tale of the Bagman. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I learned it through a YouTube channel called Dungeon Dad, which I highly recommend. He does like a show called Monster of the Week, where he takes a monster from D&D past and then update them for 5th ed, but then also offers like lore and plot hooks and how you can introduce them into your game.
Okay.
And is very, very entertaining.
Cool.
It does sound
I
interesting.
will actually drop the link into the Bagman episode.
Sounds good.
yeah, nice. That sounds like a good channel.
Beck, is that you still drawing on the map?
No, actually, I'm not even looking at that.
That's
That's me.
lovely.
Because it was bugging me the entire time that we had that fight. I was like, this map is a face.
Let's
Yeah,
just
it
take a
comes
quick
into it.
look at the table. I didn't see that, but
I didn't see it either.
Look, I'll delete it. Ready? So we're all happy with that. That's my drawing. That's it without it.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I
See,
guess
the only
you're right.
reason why I started drawing was because
That's fair.
Kai
his
described the
nose.
anvil as having a big crack in it, but there's no crack in the anvil, so I put a crack in
I'm
the
sorry, I
anvil.
was working with what I had.
That's fine, so I just made a crack in the anvil.
They didn't give me a
That-
cracked anvil.
And that's his nose.
Is it? Oh shit! I've deleted my character.
Bye, Gabriel.
Bye,
Well, to be fair, Lachlan's...
Another secret adventure.
It's been,
Lachlan's
it's been
gone
real.
too.
My character.
You guys turn around and Gabriel's just fucking gone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my planet needs me. Bye.
Plus
Yeah,
is
can you put
also
me
not
back?
there anymore.
Gabriel died on the way to his home planet. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that was a bit more combat heavy than we usually get into. But, you know, you got to put those shiny weapons and things to use sometimes.
Hey,
mean,
we're
I
making up
enjoyed
for all the other episodes where we didn't have combat. So
Yeah.
we squeezed it all into one.
Mm.
And it was frightening and epic and all round good.
I was a little bit worried after, because the second combat was, on paper, the higher challenge rating combat. And after you
That's
guys
how it goes.
almost
That's how it
lost
goes in
Lachlan to the
D&D.
rats, I was like, oh shit, are they gonna die in their first like mini boss? But
Yeah. I mean,
You guys
the
mopped
short
the
rest
floor.
was a good idea. Because that saved our bacon.
Yeah. See,
Look,
the thing with challenge ratings, right, is they don't mean anything.
yeah, they are a bit.
No,
Yeah.
the thing with D&D is, it's just math rocks.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
It's all probability.
Towards the end there, I was like, should I just give Father Bruno some sneaky extra hit points? But I didn't. I stuck with what I rolled for him.
Sweet of you.
And it was a foregone conclusion at that point because all of his friends were dead.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's very good.
What am I throwing at my
saved my
players tomorrow
last heal,
as
though.
hindrances, fellow nerds? There's a
Displace a beast.
Rat swarms.
apparently
Tarrasques.
swarms of rats. Yeah.
Tarrasques.
10 Tarrasques.
Swarm of Tarrasques.
and an ancient red dragon.
Yeah.
I
good
really
idea.
like. I like.
What are they? Level 1? Make it 11 Tarrasques.
I'd love to give the credit where credit's due and give you a more accurate idea of what to look for. But on the subreddit battle maps, if you search by like
Great
top of all
subreddit.
time, it'll probably come up. There's a guy or gal. There's a person on that on that page that posts like really intricate dungeon traps that are not just like roll a perception check. You see the trap. Good job. They're like interesting and have, you know, set mechanisms for how they work and things like that. Very interesting. if you just want to throw some little obstacles that require a little bit more thinking and outside of the box than just.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish, guy.
Nah, then it's not just as simple as roll to see it, then you can avoid it. It's like, okay, you've seen it, now you need to work out how to get around it, kind of thing. So I am a big fan of that. It may help to know that I'm a big fan of the movie Cube, but
Yeah, right.
Do I have to throw my shoes into a room just to see if there's like?
God, I haven't watched that movie in
trap.
years, and it came up the other day because I was reading a book of short stories, and one of the stories references Cube, and I was like, oh, Cube! I haven't watched that movie in years.
Have you watched the sequels, which are not as good and horrible?
Cube Squared and Hypercube. Hell yeah, I've seen Cube Squared and Hypercube. They're definitely not as good. Hypercube makes no fucking sense whatsoever, but it's called Hypercube. Of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we're in a 4-dimensional cube.
It doesn't make sense. Anyway, my actual suggestion is, and I said this last night when we were going through the monster manual, Ankegs are highly underused early campaign creatures. I highly recommend them. They will make your players have to think around how to beat them if you use them correctly.
I don't think I've ever faced. After you said that, I don't think I've ever faced an Ankeg.
Are they the praying mantises? Yes. When I used them, the last time I used them, we had the players go into like a dust bowl, and then they sort of discovered that the dust bowl was more of like a elephant graveyard. And then because the Ankegs can, I think they, at least in Pathfinder, they have the ability to travel like to burrow. So then they were getting attacked by like these burrowing mounds in the sand, and then they'd come up and just be these giant praying mantis centipede things. And
That's wicked.
they also had a grapple attack, or I maybe used made them have a grapple attack. So they would grapple someone with their claws, and then one of the characters had like a chakram and kept hitting the players that were grappled.
Dude, you know what the worst thing to fight is ever? Period. Rust monsters.
Oh, rust monsters, dude.
Yeah.
Never
Rust
again.
monsters
How good are
is
rust monsters?
The worst.
No.
It's like
Never
that.
forgetting.
Like, there's always that monster that gives you PTSD from the encounter that you had. That you're just like, I don't know how to overcome this, and this is awful.
My favorite part of that
Everything is
encounter
bad.
was I described the rust monsters, and then Mitch, who was playing out of character, knew that I was describing rust monsters, but in character, nobody knew what they were. So he was like, I guess I go and try and swing at it with my sword and make no attempt to avoid getting my sword fucking eaten.
Poor guy.
That's the struggle of like being a DM and like having that extra knowledge, is that when you go up against things, you kind of have an idea of what you have.
It's
especially
like
things that have special abilities, right? Where it's like they're gonna eat your sword. That's all they want.
Yeah.
All they want is metal. They don't really care about you at all. They're not even really dangerous.
It's like
they just
I think
your
it was
metal.
one of Mitchell's campaigns that we entered an area that all of the walls had like curved corners. There were no right angles, and I was like, Hounds of Tindalos. Fuck. Hounds of Tindalos. I can't say that they're Hounds of Tindalos, but they're Hounds of Tindalos. Oh, god damn it. And then they rocked up and they were Hounds of Tindalos, and I was like, oh no!
Yeah, damn. That would suck knowing, but having to pretend like your character isn't.
My character's like, hey, these walls are pretty weird, guys. Let's carry on walking into this non-angular space.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen?
But yeah, I hope you have a great session tomorrow, Terpsy, and you can report back on how they enjoyed their Drow cult experience. I love cults. They're just a great roleplay, like, trope. It's probably the word I'm looking for.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with cliches as long as they're done well and used effectively, right? Like, you've got a room, you've got some cultists, they can do some cool things. You don't know what you're gonna get. Maybe they've got magic, maybe they're not. Maybe they're sacrificing an anvil to the
They'll
gods.
probably join the cult.
You know what? They would probably join the cult. Best case
Yeah.
scenario, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just a whole new
Skyrim.
quest tree, right? It's like joining the Thieves Guild or whatever in Skyrim. You just
Yeah,
open up a
true.
whole new quest tree.
I mean, tropes are tropes for a reason, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's because they work.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel to have fun.
I have now read the plot to Cube.
I mean, I could have summed it up.
Cube.
No, don't spoil it. It's on my list.
There's some guys in the cube,
What?
and there's traps in the cube. You gotta get out of the cube.
Saw, right? But before Saw.
Yeah, it's way better than Saw.
Yeah, way
Surely
better.
I
it's
hate
like
Saw.
surely
Well,
it's like what
so-
Saw
hold
is
on.
based off of.
The first one's way better than Saw.
So this movie was about people trapped inside of a cube, and the cube kept trying to kill them. And they had to escape the cube. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was The People Who Couldn't Get Out.
God damn it.
Good times.
Hey Tom, that's a Simpsons reference.
Yeah.
That's why Tom's in the other room.
No, Tom's actually gone to bed, but it's in case he's watching this back on YouTube.
Oh, I see.
Simpsons reference indeed. Well, I hope you guys all had fun in some combat. I don't think I'm gonna be controversial when I say Hadrig is carrying when it comes to combat at the moment.
Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
Yep.
I'm glad we have Hadrig, actually.
Man, my goddamn sacred flame is just chipping away at things like
Pew 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 pew.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
You
little
had a
Nerf
bad case of the
blaster.
rolls.
It's a little
You
Nerf
can't-
blaster,
Man.
but you've changed out the tips with like thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my goddamn rolls have been awful.
That they
So much
have.
so that I died almost.
Almost.
Yeah, we had
Two
2 near
downs.
deaths this session.
2 unconscious falls. I guess now's as good a time as any so that you guys can start looking at it, but you will all level up to 3. Level 3 after this encounter. We won't do that right now,
Here.
but you guys can start investigating your level 3 improvements before next session.
Are we able to jump into the game and do those improvements, or do we need to do it while you're?
No, you can
involved?
do it whenever.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to wait until next session, we can do the rolls on cameras because they're exciting
Yeah.
to watch Lachlan roll another 1 on his health.
I mean,
Yeah, I thought the
Please
agreement that
don't.
we were all just gonna roll as opposed to taking the average.
No,
Yeah,
what we
I
said was only cowards take the average, I think.
Yeah,
sorry.
that was.
I
It's
don't
not set in
remember.
stone. So the question then becomes, Lachlan, do you take the average to make sure you don't roll another 1? Or do you try to make up for that lost opportunity
Yeah.
by rolling again and rolling
They call it
higher?
the sunk cost fallacy.
It's the sunk
don't
cost,
they?
We just
exactly.
find out what the gambling hotline is.
Lachlan, the boss.
Just one
the
more
boss.
hand.
So guys, if you do need help, on a serious note, it's 1800-198-024.
There you go.
Well.
And these guys are trying to coax me into gambling my HP.
Not me.
But
Oi,
damn it, I'm gonna
Lachlan.
roll anyway.
Lachlan, I bet you your house that you roll another one.
Ooh, can I bet that too, please?
We all move into Lockie's
And what do you
house.
guys give me?
What
if
are
I
you putting up,
don't roll
Reese?
a one? I get your
I-
houses.
You get HP, Lachlan. That's what you get.
Yeah. If you win, you get health.
That's a worthwhile
Totally worth.
trade, surely. Surely. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to start looking for a channel to raid, unless you guys have any suggestions. There's a few people playing Dungeons & Dragons if we wanted to go to another, looks like Australian D&D stream. Unless you guys have got some suggestions.
Oh, send it over to them.
Yeah. Strange.
But before we do that, would someone like to take us through the schedule? I can tell you what we're doing tomorrow. We are playing Dune. Is it called War for Arrakis? Or
No, it's
no, Dawn of the Fremen.
Dawn of the Fremen.
Dawn of the Fremen. I knew
There's
that.
there's so many Dune board games now. I'm not complaining.
There are.
There's just a lot of them. Dawn of the Fremen. So that will be myself, Tom, Billy, and Sean.
Sean.
I remembered. In the studio tomorrow at 12 noon Australian Western Standard Time, playing a Dune game. And we love our Dune. Except for Reese. We love our Dune. Sunday, We might, depending on
It's
numbers.
No, we have our
TLN.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's going.
Or is it locked in?
It's TLN. It's
TLN.
locked
Okay.
in. It's TLN, and it's going to be Tom at this stage and some others. So stay tuned for that. They're going to be playing Azul on Minecraft.
That's right. Back when no one could go
Meta.
anywhere.
Yeah.
I believe it was mostly Chris that was instrumental in creating a Minecraft realm that has like board games within Minecraft. Which
I think it was mostly Tom.
Yeah, it
but
was mostly Tom, actually.
Was it?
It was mostly
Yeah.
Tom. I jumped on and helped him build
Right.
some of the contraptions, but yeah, that was Tom.
Look, you're the like Minecraft Redstone big brain, so I assumed you did a lot of
Actually,
heavy,
yeah, I did do
heavy
most
lifting
of
there.
Redstone, so.
He just gave you the vision, and then you took it, and you're like,
Yeah,
I can
he
make
was,
this.
He was like the marketing department, and I was the software developer.
So that's Sunday at, I believe, 5 p.m? Am I right on that one? Or am I just spouting
No, I believe it's 5 p.m.
nonsense?
Yeah, I believe it's 5.
there will be more on our socials.
Yes, so follow us on social or Discord or give us a follow here and you'll know when we go live. On Monday, we've got nothing. Tuesday is Beck. Are you still playing
Me.
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, providing
Syndicate.
I actually play this time. I think it's now been a few weeks since I last streamed. But at this stage, I am still intending on playing.
And then it's not a start of your week on Wednesday, is it? So Wednesday is a night off. Thursday, Reese, what the hell are we doing on Thursday?
Well, after last night's stream, got really weird. It was a lot of fun, and thank you for everyone that rocked up. But I don't think I'll be doing a Smash or Pass stream again. I think I might be doing a Mansion stream. I've
Nice.
just given up playing Resident Evil. Fuck video games. I'm just gonna watch YouTubes and stream.
Hang on, guys. I just need to
talk
stretch
smack.
my back from carrying this channel.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's it.
But yeah.
Back with the 2 to 3
I
streams
think,
a week.
I think we're gonna do a mansion stream. So we're gonna
Nice.
look at some more rich people mansions.
Ooh.
I love it. I love it. I love talking smack about mansions that I'm just jealous I'll never step foot in. And then,
I'm getting more well versed in how to diss houses now that I'm like house hunting.
yeah, right. You can start
I'm like,
getting really
ooh,
in there.
that's the tile you chose for the bathroom.
Yeah, that
Oh
grout
my
color.
God.
Nah, don't know about that.
Oh.
Where do you sit in the shower? Are you stand like a pleb? What?
Ew.
Ew. Gross.
I will say this, like all of the showers and all of the houses we've been looking at are like double wide. It's weird. Like you could have 2 showers in there pointed in, and each person would still have enough room to wash themselves.
Dude.
And it's the weirdest thing I've ever encountered. And I'm gonna use a Sims reference for this because I don't know how else to explain it. So like Sims buildings, it's like, you know, you have one block and the shower generally just fits on the block and you go in and that's the shower. It's that. All of these fucking showers are double wide. So it's 2 blocks. They could easily
Yeah.
fit 2 showers in the space, but no, it's 1 shower spread out.
Well, dude,
that shower might just hit in that one area, and then you've just got this big dry area of shower over here.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's where people put the chair. I don't know anymore.
that's
Like I
exactly-
just
when we built our house, that's exactly how they planned our ensuite shower, right? It's double wide. It's double wide, surprise. They put 1 shower head in there on the wall, and I was like,
Yeah.
why is
No.
the shower so big? And they're like, oh, that's just the size showers are. And I was like,
No,
there's
it's
just like a
not.
space over here that's only ever going to be like damp. All that is like a mold cultivation area if you want to try and discover new
This
species
fucking petri
of fungus, right? So we were like, can we slap an extra shower head in there? And she looked like I had just solved world hunger. She was like, you could put an extra shower head in there. I was like, sick, do that. Put them on put both shower heads on the one wall instead of 1 shower head on the narrow end of the rectangle. Put 2 shower heads on the wide side of the rectangle. And she was like, that's a really good idea. That'll be $500. And I was like, that is the easiest $500 I have ever spent.
Jesus Christ.
In my
You've
entire
made that
life.
company $10 million since you've
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they've
like,
since patented the idea.
I'm gonna hyperventilate. I just
It made 0 sense why that was not the default. But here we go. Here we are.
I'm like, it's my one complaint about all the houses we're seeing. I'm like, these showers are too big.
And the problem is putting that in afterwards would be an absolute mission.
Beck,
Yeah.
you don't understand, but double wide, even with a single shower head, is amazing. I have a single block shower, so don't complain to me about them being
I also have a single block shower. I just have the ability to shower in the space I'm given.
Lachlan, your shower is the size of a postage stamp.
Exactly. because the difference with like my square like block shape thing is that it's like glass on like two of the sides and obviously wall on the other. So there is literally no movement. Like it's not like a shower curtain and you've got that little bit of extra room. No.
Nah, dude,
That's
fuck
it.
shower
You're
curtains.
You're in
Bro,
a
shower
goddamn
curtains
telephone booth.
suck. I know we're supposed to be ending stream, but I'm gonna go off because we just got new shower curtains and they fucking suck, dude.
Got him triggered.
Bro, they suck so bad, right? Because you can't stick them so they stay still, so they blow into your shower.
The worst.
So
half the
They're
space
always
of the shower.
cold and they find your ankles and
all
they
right,
fucking wrap
all
around
right.
you.
I have an
long-lost
addition to make to this.
family member.
When I was younger, my shower had one of those like clear plastic shower curtains. So it had like no movement, and then I finally was like, nah, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. I got rid of it, I threw it out, and I replaced it with a cloth one. The cloth one did that, but it was only when I closed it like 100% of the way. So like wall-to-wall shower curtain, because it created an air vacuum that the shower curtain was like, I must go in because of the air going in.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to crack it a bit so that the air can circulate around it, and then it doesn't suck in.
Wait, when you mean cloth, like... is it
It's
just
like water
soggy
resistant.
all the time?
Yeah.
No, because it's a water resistant, like it's
Yeah, it's that plasticky kind of stuff.
yeah, it's a plasticky cloth, but it has movement to it more than just like the clear PVC one.
I feel like as a
sucks.
society, we have moved beyond shower curtains. Right?
Give
Every time
me-
I'm cleaning the shower
Okay.
door, and I'm like, this sucks, I hate cleaning glass. I'm like, you know what? It's not a shower curtain.
So what I
Yes,
will
exactly.
so
It's a
I
man.
a few weeks ago went to Melbourne and I was in a hotel room where I had my own shower and it was lovely. It was also double wide, but it didn't have a door. And that is an exception to the shower rule because you need to have a break. Like you need to have protection for what's on the outside, and then if you're not going to have a door, it's just open, but it needs to be further back so you don't spray the bathroom with water. So that I will make the exception for that. Everything else does not make sense.
Yeah, I've got a friend whose ensuite there's no glass. It's 3 walls, like tiled walls, and no door. And it's like a sunken shower floor.
Can I get
In a
pictures,
draft at
Kai?
that point.
But the problem is, it's his ensuite, and there's no door between the shower and the bathroom and the bedroom.
Yeah.
It's
right.
weird, man.
It's
I don't
just
know.
like- You know what?
He
I
had
really
mirrors
like
on the ceiling
public
too, so maybe
showers.
it's like a
That's-
sex thing.
Reese.
I just like public showers. I like it just open. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Closet of shame for when you drop a deuce, but free as a bird in the shower. Let's go.
I will admit there was a certain freedom to the shower without any kind of door.
That's fair.
Also, the knowledge I was in a room completely on my own as well.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like hotel showers are either excellent or awful. There's no in between.
Yes.
Whenever I've been on holiday, it's either been a cramped ass shower where the shower head is only chest height and I can't get my head wet, or it's the most glorious. We stayed in a hotel in London a few years ago. No shower. This one actually, now that you mention it, no shower curtains. Totally open shower, but it was a square shape, and so it was like double wide on both sides, and it had this massive, like half-meter diameter rain shower head just in the roof in the center. It was
see, that-
pretty amazing because
That
you could
is where you get away without a door.
yeah, you could. I mean, the bathroom had a door, so the whole thing was blocked off from the rest of the room. But you could stand and be completely engulfed from all sides with hot water.
Oh.
It was
Brilliant.
mwah.
So I'm gonna go.
Luckily, it was England where
Kye's
they've got plenty of water.
amazing
Or did.
shower to the worst shower I've had in a hotel. And it's the first time that me, Jimmy, and Tegan went to PAX, and we all got a shared room, and the floor was carpeted, even up to the bathroom was carpeted.
Oh no.
God.
Right?
Why?
So like you would go from a carpet floor into the shower,
Oh.
and then you'd have to come out onto the carpet. If you needed to go do a poo, you had to sit on the toilet, carpeted.
Oh, dude, that's not good.
Honestly,
no,
and then-
okay,
not good.
so
It was
like, if
just
it was fresh
open.
carpet, like that could be nice on your feet. 'Cause you're like, this is kind of like this weird vibe. But then also you're like, this has probably been here so long.
If
like-
you're some like rich fucking king living in a kingdom somewhere and you had like fucking medieval servants ripping the carpet up every day and putting fresh carpet, yeah, that's a great idea. It would be fantastic. But like any more than one day and that carpet, like Kai said,
That's
just
covered
becomes
in-
like
Dude,
a biological breeding.
Dude, I have
facility.
lived with roommates plenty of times, and not naming names with anyone that's on the stream right now, but I've only lived with one of you, Chris. And we had a toilet mat, like you know how you get like those like fabric just mats that sit in front of the toilet, right?
Nah.
I threw that in the bin after getting fucking fed up with having to wear shoes because it was constantly damp when you went to the toilet. And one too many squelches, and I was like, nah, this is going in the bin. I'm not dealing with this. I don't give a fuck who bought it. It's going in the bin right now.
Honestly, you just need to like cold tiles when you poop. That's the only way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a poop stool.
Oh, dude,
Oops.
Raise those knees.
Amazing.
Yep.
Life
I
changing.
mean, I'd be
Put your
down
knees to your
for.
chest.
I'd be down for a poop stool.
Yeah.
Just squat on the toilet bowl. You should be fine.
Anyway, I think we've gone on a bit of a tangent.
This has been a
Airports-
D&D stream,
in air-
actually.
No.
Believe it or not.
I'm not letting
It
this
all
end
loops
yet.
back
In
into the
airports, they-
sewers that we were in today, alright? It's all on topic,
Oh
don't worry
yeah.
about it.
What's up? What's the deal with airport toilets?
No, they
Don't
have
get me
signs
fucking
in there
started.
saying "Don't stand on the seat." They have signs in there going "Don't stand on the seat," and it's the people that are used to squatting over toilets.
Yeah.
Dude, I have,
They
okay,
stand on the toilets and damage them.
I've told this story. I'm sure I've told this story on stream
We're
before.
diving back in, Lachlan, I'm afraid. Sorry.
But
I'm checked out.
But the toilets, I can't look. I have to tell it now because what are the odds that airport toilets are going to be a tangent that I can go on again without going on a
Okay.
complete fucking
Alright, we'll
segue?
dig it out.
I love this story.
I was in the toilets at Dubai Airport. First time I'd been to Dubai Airport, and I thought Dubai Airport, biggest like airport in the world, it's going to be beautiful, right? I'm only there on a layover. I got to go drop a deuce, right? Like real bad. I've been on a plane for like 11 hours. So I go wandering down this thoroughfare, find the first toilet, head on in, right? And you see the signs of like, please don't stand on the toilet, right? And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. I can understand why some people are used to other toilets, right? Open the first stall, 2 shitty footprints. Bam! One on either side.
Right on the edge.
Right on the seat. So it's not even like on the porcelain that you could put the seat on top of. Bam! You can see every corrugation of the shoes, right?
Oh, Jesus
Nope.
Christ.
Next stall, bam! Same thing. All right, I guess I'm not using this toilet, right? I'm gonna bounce and find another one. So out I go, walk for another like 15 minutes because this airport is huge. Find the next one, right? I head inside, and this toilet, instead of being the Western style sitting down toilets, they're all the like in-floor squat toilets. And I'm
Yeah.
like, when in Rome, this is how like half the world uses toilets, right? I'm gonna give it a shot, right? But they're not just like a hole in the ground. They're still porcelain around the outside, and they've got like divots for where you put your feet so you can squat. I go to the first one, and I'm this close to assuming the position before I realize that both footwells are full to the brim. It's absolutely brimming. These 2 porcelain divots, full to the brim. Not that one. So I go to the next stall, exact same thing. And I go, you know what? I can hold it. I can hold the number 2 until I get on the plane, which will have been freshly clean. I just have to take, I do need to pee though. I just need to go to the urinal, do a number 1, we'll be okay. I go to the urinal, there's a man standing at the urinal, and I don't know if I've got the room to demonstrate. His pants are pulled down to his knees. He's standing with his legs apart, both hands on the wall above this long metal trough urinal, leaning both hands on the wall, pants down to his knees, going like a racehorse, pissing like crazy, and it is hitting him directly in the knee and running down his leg into his sandals. And he's just standing there, leaning on the wall, peeing directly at his own knee. And it's just running down his leg into his sandals. And I held that pee for 2 hours on that layover until we got in the air on my next flight, and I did my number 1 and number 2 at 30,000 feet because I could not handle that airport toilet.
That killed Lucky. I've never heard that before. That's great.
I can't believe you haven't heard that before. I tell that story every chance I get because
This is
peak
how
toilet
brilliant.
humor to me.
This is how brilliant the story is. I've heard this story before, at least once, and I still, it popped me.
If I was a stand-up, that'd be in my type 5 for sure.
It's just the image of the man. 2 hands on the wall, no aiming,
Dude.
like no guidance.
Like
That
Putting
is a
aside-
man.
The end. I keep forgetting the end. I'm like, oh yeah, and then it goes, and the second trough is just full of piss. And then Kye's like, and then there's this guy, and I'm like, the guy!
The guy.
I
Brilliant.
like when I use a urinal, it's a 2-handed operation, right? Like it's one hand to keep the fly open, it's the other hand to make sure everything's going where it's supposed to be going. This man was 0 hands, both hands on the wall. Cannot believe it to this day. Thank you guys very much for watching and for enjoying our Dungeons and Dragons stream, which is what this was before it devolved into madness. I hope to see you guys next week on Friday when we pick up with session 11. We're getting pretty close to what I have written down as the ending, but we'll see what happens. No planned spice contact with the enemy. I love Beck and Reese 0-handing it on the walls.
Join us on
Dung and dragons.
Dung and dragons.
A superposition. That was my airport toilet story.
Fuck, that's a good story.
We're going to head over to Ready, Set, Roll Oz. Please don't tell them what we were just talking about. Tell them we had a nice Dungeons and Dragons stream where they fought an evil cleric of a splinter organization of a church, okay? They'll find that much more interesting, I promise you. Well, look, Draco Vamp 22, thank you for the follow in spite of the previous 15 minutes.
That's all you needed to hear.
I hope you...
they're just like, what? Fucking piss story?
In.
You're gonna send it over to these other streamers, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this one time I was at Dubai Airport, I was pissing away, minding my own business, and this judgmental guy comes in and looks me up and down." And
yeah. I got, like a normal guy, I've got my hands on the wall.
yeah, as you do. No one wants
There's
to
a
touch their junk
sacrifice
like
that
a
cause,
normal guy.
my sandals, they got a little bit wet in the endeavor.
I just couldn't help but feel his scorn really, really feeding into me.
I don't even know what to say at this point. Thanks, guys. Please enjoy Ready, Set, Roll Oz. Hope to see you guys here next Friday for some more Dungeons and Dragons, and I hope to see you guys. Stop commenting things, guys. You guys went off the rails quick. Yes. Hi, YouTube. Yeah. Kind of forgot to go on YouTube. And tomorrow, Dune.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Fremen. I'm supposed to be teaching that game. Tom wants me to read the rules. It's now almost 10 o'clock and I have no idea how the game even plays. So find out how well I did learning the rules between now and then tomorrow. I'm going to start the raid. Have you guys got anything of value to add? Because I don't.
Nothing quite like that, I'm afraid.
Nothing, man. Nothing. I think tomorrow we'll all talk about our best toilet experience, such as the best train in Egypt.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. This is a story for another time, is it?
All right. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Thank you very much. We've been Nerds of the West. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope to see some of you tomorrow and the rest of you next week. Mark it on your calendars. Have a great night. Say hi to Ready, Set, Roll Oz, and we will see you next time.
See you guys.
Much love.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Arlale did have a banger right at the end there. She was like, I've already been banned once.
Not afraid.
And
What a story.
stream.
Dude.
Can't believe you brought up
Oh.
airport toilets. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But also, the
man.
beautiful part of it is it tells a story. It's like, why are there shitty footprints on the toilet? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But trucks
Dude,
filled with
toilets
piss.
are
Story told.
stories. Do you guys want to stop? recording?
Yeah, I
Yep.
really need to go water.
Everyone hover over the stop button. 3, 2, 1, go.